investing some wins. Yeah, we playing for the ship, and we in it to win. Talent, that is one thing, 90% is your mind. So when you talk about team, believe that there is no I. We'll beat your team with ease, yeah, we could do it wherever. Gets the ball all day, yeah, you gon' need a Hail Mary. You boys claiming you're hot, well, my team is on flames. Offense is one key, but defense win the game. Just know you're in for a hell of a fight. I'll be a saint till the day that I die. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gonna put on a hell of a fight. Touchdown in the second line. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. And when we get to heaven, we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. Party, Lombardi, Lombardi, party, Lombardi, 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 party, 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 Lombardi, Lombardi, and you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gonna put on a hell of a fight. Touchdown in the second line, and you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. And when we get to heaven, we gon' party like we won the Lombardi.
Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. G, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money. money.
What was up?
Yes, the way we live. FanView on the motherfucking rail. Between us, can't stop us in Nashville. Now, y'all know I'm not a really floor. But welcome to the show, FanView Live, baby. FanView, real fans talk sports on the Warners Talk Network. Listen, I'm your boy, Fred.
You dig? G Sports in the building.
There it is. Man, we got a jam-packed show for y'all tonight. Man, we had some great football this week. We had some great football this week. Man, we got so much to discuss, man. Listen, subscribe to the FanView Live page. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to FanView Live. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to FanView Live. If you're on IG. And don't forget to subscribe to New Orleans Talk Network. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to New Orleans Talk Network. If you're on YouTube, appreciate you checking out this show, man. For the next 2 hours, man. It's the best fan sports show on the goddamn internet. I keep telling y'all this. So much to discuss. So much to get into this week. We're going to open up this show with some college football, G. LSU. Down at Austin. Coming up big. On the road. For people who don't understand, the state of Louisiana has owned Texas this weekend. Yeah. Saturday and Sunday night, G. But we're going to start off with Saturday night. What do you think, if you the fans out there, do you guys think that LSU is now a favorite to get to that college playoff? after beating Texas this past Saturday.
Look, you could call me prisoner of the moment, or whatever you want to say.
Are you?
However you
Prisoner
want
of
to
the
call
moment.
it. But look, I'm gonna go out and say that I think they are in prime position to get to the 14 playoff. Yes, and after 2 games.
Yeah.
Because we all know LSU always had a stifling defense.
Right.
Always had the athletes and always had the personnel to be able to beat anybody in the country.
Yeah.
But what always held them back in the years past? The offense.
Offense.
Now you're bringing somebody like Joe Brady, who was 28 years old, innovative, came from the Saints under Sean Payton for some years,
Yes.
linked up with Ogeron and Isminger, and now they got this offense looking like the Saints offense. Really, it looked like we watching the Saints on Saturday.
Yeah.
For the first time in school history, they had 3 receivers
100 yards.
that caught for over 100 yards. Joe Burrow threw for 471 yards, the second most in school history.
Yeah.
And this was a good Texas team.
Yeah.
9 in the country. So, and it was an aggressive defense. You know, they tried to blitz Joe Burrow. They mixed their coverages up.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a good job, and Joe Brady did a great job of dissecting that Texas defense and putting up 45 points. You know, I know some people are going to say, well, what about the defense? They gave up 38 points. They gave up over 400 yards passing.
Texas not a slouch.
But I think that, you know, it had nothing to do with, because the LSU defense is bad. I just think that was one of those situations where, you know, they came into the game and, you know, it was like the play where they gave up the slant touchdown.
Right.
The guy was right there. He just, you know, it was just a bang bang play. He broke 2 tackles,
right,
and took it right up the middle of the field and scored a touchdown. They made some plays, and I'm not trying to take anything from Texas, but I think you won't see that from LSU's defense for the rest of the year. We know what that team got. They front forward with the Lawrence and Chason and all the ball and Tyler Shelvin. Those guys gonna come to play.
Yeah.
They got one of the best secondaries in the nation.
Yeah.
With Darius Stingley, who was all world as a freshman.
I thought that was an interception he caught.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Christian Fulton at the other corner position.
Right.
And then you got all world Grant Delpit patrolling around at the safety position.
The All-American.
So, now I do think at the linebacker position, that is the weak link of the defense this year. Well, Michael Divinity, and Phillips and Patrick Queen. Not saying that those guys are slouches.
They're just not the best. That's not the best unit on the team. On the
Yeah,
defensive end.
yeah, and you know, when you don't have a guy like Devin White and you know, and Debo Jones and people like that that's been
You
able
keep
to
losing people first round to the NFL. At some point in time, the unit gonna take a setback.
And Michael Divinity is playing a new position this year. You know, last year he played outside. This year he's playing inside. So they have a lot of different things that's going on at the linebacker position. But I do think as the season goes on, they will get better and better.
Right.
And that defense of LSU will be stifling and one of the best defenses in the country by the time they get to play somebody like Bama and the Auburns of the world. But so I'm not at all concerned about LSU defense. What we need to be talking about is how good their offense is. And I'm telling you now, I'm not saying they're going to win the Natty.
Right.
But I do think they will be in that 14 playoff when it's all said and done. Because I don't think anybody on their schedule besides Bama can beat these people with the way their offense is looking right
Now,
now.
Antonio Porter says it. Yes, they will because we finally have an offense. Speaking by LSU, I would say this. Even to LSU's credit, I don't think their offense did that much credit for their defense. They scored too fast. I think their defense probably, if you probably look at the time of possession, their defense was on the field a lot because the offense. If you was a person watching the game, especially when they got down to the fourth quarter, if you turned the TV by the time Texas scored, you turn the TV for like 2 minutes. You come back, LSU scored. They're scoring like 3 plays. They score so fast and so efficient on Texas defense that defense stayed on the field for the majority of the fourth quarter. I don't think their defense is horrible by any means.
At all.
I just think that they were on the field. And because of the college football, it's a lot about momentum plays. And those plays that LSU was making on the offensive end, you're looking at Terrence Marshall. You seen the catch by Jamar Chase. You got Marsh's catch. And you looking at Justin Jefferson with the 2 touchdowns. You saw the explosion. It was all there. These guys were looking like the best receiver corps in the country. Like we have been stating way before the season had started. They looked like this. They looked that explosive, that dynamic, and everyone's thinking, look at what they did against Georgia State. We're going to see what happened against Texas. But I saw them do against Texas in Austin, Texas.
Yes, in that environment.
Listen, people, this is why I know we disagreed about this, but this is why one of the reasons why I think the rankings should come out a little, maybe at week 3. And it's mainly because of when you watched LSU, I have nothing against Bama. I'm a Michigan fan. But to me, LSU should be ranked number 2. That's where they should be ranked at right now. After they go to Austin and beating Texas the way they beat Texas in Austin, I'm saying to myself, this is one of the clear-cut best offenses in the country. It's one of the best all-around teams in the country. And again, we got to start looking at this from this position. Last season was last season. Now, granted, reputation of Bama, reputation of Clemson. We already know these are high-power programs that get some of the best recruits in the country. But we're talking about this season right now. And after the first 2 weeks of football, right now, it's still clear to say that Clemson could be the more team in the country after beat A&M, after going down in the beat A&M down in Texas. But what LSU did was a little more impressive to me. They could be ranked number 2 in the country. And, hey, you know, right now Alabama could be ranked 4 because Georgia looks pretty good. But right now, to me, because ranking really matter at the collegiate level more than at the pro level. It really matters. Right now, LSU probably to me should be ranked number 2 in the country after beating Texas. That's how good it is.
And I'm gonna tell you another key thing that went on in this game that people are forgetting about LSU. And I think this impacted the game and set the tone. First quarter, LSU up 3-0.
Yeah.
They went first down, LSU stopped them.
Yep.
Second down, and this is inside the 5.
Inside the 5.
Second down stopped them. Third down stopped them. Fourth down, they got away with their life. The running back leaks out the backfield. Came out in an unbalanced formation. The running back leaks out the backfield. He throw it. He drops the wide open touchdown. But my point is, they got to 4th down. Then the next possession, LSU is backed up on their own 5. Joe Burrow, they has a tip pass. They pick it off. They get inside the 5 again and tries one first down, second down, third down, fourth down, and gets stopped. LSU gets off the field.
That's it.
That set the tone in the game. Because if Texas capitalizes on those 2 possessions, we don't know if LSU wins this game.
Correct.
So that let me know right there that LSU defense is for real.
Yes.
And like you said, you made a great point. LSU offense scored so fast, and they played so many snaps, and they didn't get that breather where, they milked LSU offense milking the clock and where they could get a breather. No, they was out back on the field like that.
They was out back on the field.
And that was a key point in the game. So I think, as the season going, like I said, I think LSU defense is going to get better and better.
Right.
I think they're going to establish a run more than what they did. I mean, Kyle Ellis, he had 15 carries for 87 yards.
Right.
I think he averaged 6 yards a carry or something like that. But they was constantly throwing the ball. And Joe Burrow, 31 for 39, he was efficient. I mean, why would you stop throwing the ball?
Wow.
And that one interception, you can't even really count that against him. It was off a tip
It's
pass.
a pass.
So, I wouldn't even count that against him. And I'm gonna tell you something else about LSU's offense that I noticed in just this short time. Up 6 in the fourth quarter, 37-31. The LSU to pass would have got conservative.
Yeah.
Run the ball. First down. Run the ball. Second down. Third down, let's run a screen or let's do a draw. You know what they doing? I'm still throwing it. We're going to keep on putting points up. We're going to keep our foot on your neck. And that's something you haven't seen from LSU in the past.
Correct.
That is a different mindset, a different mentality on his offense. And I'm telling you,
I agree.
Being that people don't have film on Joe Brady and the things that he likes to do, that's another thing that's going to give people problems when they face LSU's offense this year.
Right.
When you don't have film, that presents problems for a defensive coordinator because you can't go off too many tendencies.
Correct.
You're only going off of what you've seen so far in this season. You can't go off of, what you going to go look at this New Orleans Saints film?
Right.
I mean, what you going to do?
What you going to do?
So, that's going to give people problems when they're trying to game plan for the LSU Tigers. Now, one thing I will say, even though Kyle Ellis had 87 yards, 6 yards a carry,
right,
they're going to have to run the ball better.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kyle Ellis is the answer and needs to be their workhorse. I mean, I talked about this before the season. I think at some point,
John Emery,
Chris Curry,
right,
guys that could pound it and be great short yardage backs,
right,
they're going to have to be implemented into this running game at some point. Kyle Ellis is more of a scat back, third down type of back. Now, he did a good job running between the tackles a little bit on Saturday, but I don't think he could sustain that throughout a whole season in that conference. So that's something that you got to keep an eye on going forward. And I think, Ogeron them, they don't want to just throw Emory them in, a true freshman in there
out there.
and just throw them out there to the wolves. They want to, bring him in slowly and
He's
stuff
a
like
good
that.
back, but he wasn't a talent like a Leonard Fournette coming
Yeah.
out of high school.
Yeah.
As far as the talent, that kind of.
Yeah.
You take your time. You get him adjusted. You give him some reps. Maybe some in practice to see how he's doing, and they're gonna be a game or two where we see John Emery gonna make a case for himself. He's gonna come out there and say, "Man, hey."
And John Emery has a lot of lingering injuries coming into LSU, and I think they don't want to, get him nicked up and stuff like that. You want to have him for that stretch when you play Bama.
Now, Scoop says this. I'm out here in H-Town talking mad trash. The only concern I have about the Saints on third down coverage is talking about the Saints, talking about LSU, but getting it off the field. Other than that, I don't see this and nobody stopping the Saints at all. We'll get to the Saints later on.
Yeah.
Now, Antonio Porter said this. I think Bama falls off this year, meaning not as dominant as they used to be on both sides of the ball. And Shannon Oldham says this. I'm taking bets the second week of November.
I guess he's talking about he's going with LSU. I don't know.
You going LSU or Bama?
I will say this, Antonio. Bama's going to be in the mix to get to that 14 playoff. We know that.
We know that.
But I do think Bama's defense won't be as good as it's been in the past. They are nicked up on defense.
Dylan Moses,
your starting Mike linebacker is gone. They're pretty thin
on the D-line.
On the D-line this year. They got some good Raekwon Davis came back, Fadarian Mathis, the kid from Neville, he's implemented into the lineup this year. Their secondary, Tony Brown, the kid from Kenwood, Shaheem Carter.
Yeah.
Shaheem Carter moved from corner to safety.
Patrick
Surtain Jr., he's a stud. But I think that Alabama defense is not going to be as dominant as it was in the past years. So I think that's going to give LSU room to put up about 28 points on Bama. Right. And I think that you want to see LSU defense be able to not stop Bama's offense because Bama offense is going to be potent.
Oh, look here.
But they're going to be able to slow them down just enough to be able to beat them, in my humble opinion.
Right.
And we got to think about this too. LSU first game against Georgia Southern, they could run a triple option. So that defense I can't even really consider that as a real game for them. Because they're not going to play nobody like that the rest of the season.
No, they're not.
So this Texas game was their real first game. And you got to think about it. In college football, you don't have preseason.
No.
So
August 31st, hey, you want
exactly.
The lights are on.
So I really count that Texas game as their first real game action. And I think that, like I say, the score doesn't show how good that defense really is. I think, that's one of them situations where the first game of the season, we still trying to figure some things out, figuring out our personnel, what we do well, and, things of that nature. Right. But I think you see LSU defense get better. I'm telling you. They got the personnel to be really good.
Yeah. Against Texas, I graded their defense based upon what I saw in the first half. When you saw that first drive, when they got down there with the quarterback and they tried to run a little more east and west and they could not penetrate, I was sitting there saying to myself, Texas, and I was looking at myself and saying, man, listen, first of all, Texas, y'all not playing Rice. You're playing LSU. And two, we made a big case about who the LSU Tigers should hire. Should it be Ed Orgeron? Because they brought in Tom Herman from out of Houston. And he had the interview first, and he ended up taking the Texas job. And that's fans. I know I was at fault for saying that, hey, listen, Ed Orgeron was the second choice out of the two. Well, Ed Orgeron proved us wrong. They made the right choice. They hired the right guy. And they got the right personnel all in place. Because right now, Texas looked like a good team, but they didn't look like a top-tier team. The first half, LSU stuffed them completely. 2 times on those goal line situations. That's when I let the LSU say they're going to be for real. Are they going to give up a player too? Sure. But let me tell you something. That kid, Derek Stingley, that kid looks like he could be all world out there. I can hold him on his own over there. We already know about Grant Dale Pitt, All-American safety. We already know about Christian Fulton coming back after suspension but not being back. We saw him last year. This defense is going to be ready to play. I like what they look like to me. They are number 2 team in the country, and it has more momentum going as the season goes. Long as forecast any significant injuries, I like what they got offensively. I like the 3 receivers they got on the offensive bench. The running back position will get a little more better as the season goes along. But as they keep riding this momentum, trust me, LSU is a team that's going to be a threat.
And I'm going to say this. Ryan Clark came out and said this before the season started, and I laughed at him. He said, do not be surprised if Joe Burrow has a big year and he is a Heisman Trophy candidate.
I'm still laughing.
Look, the way he played against Texas, is not far-fetched. I mean, 471 yards and 4 touchdowns, second most in school history, and he had a Heisman moment. The
I'm
third,
still laughing.
look, the 3rd and 17, under 2 minutes to Justin Jefferson. They sent an all-out blitz. He steps up in the pocket, moves to the left, with a guy draped all on him. He throws an accurate pass to Justin Jefferson, throws him open. Jefferson catches him, does the rest, hits his head on the goalpost, and that was the reason why they was able to win this game.
I just didn't see Joe Burrows holding the trophy.
If Joe Burrow keep making plays like that,
Gee.
he will be sitting in New York in the chair waiting to get his name called.
Well, you know, the kid out of Kansas State went up there one year. You know, I can't think of his name, but Mark Ingram and Colt McCoy was up there. I think his name was Colt something. I can't think of his name. It was Colt McCoy, Mark Ingram. There's another kid at Kansas State was up there. He looked bad too doing the football. But, you know what I mean? You know, I can understand when you're going, but to hold a trophy at the end, that's too hard.
Not saying he's gonna win it. I'm just saying that
Get a chair.
from what Ryan Clark said beginning of the season, like
Get a job.
he gonna be a candidate for a Heisman Trophy. It's not looking far-fetched. Joe Burrow looks good. Look, make no mistake about it. He does not look like the same quarterback of last year. Last year, he looked more like a game manager.
Yeah.
This year, he looks like he is comfortable. He looks like he know what he's doing. He knows what he wants, and I'm impressed with him pre-snap. He is watching and figuring out what the defense is in pre-snap. I like what he's doing. He's making tough throws.
He's found the offense for him.
Yeah, I think if he keeps playing that way, you know, he could find himself sitting in New York.
Now, Antonio Porter says, I agree, but being in the mix is not the same as when you hear Alabama and think championship automatically. And School says that Varro got hurt at practice, so hopefully it ain't nothing.
It's minor injury.
Yeah,
It ain't that serious. They playing no Western State this weekend. Stop it.
Yeah. You know, it's you know, nothing to be taken. Now, I want to say about staying on college football. My Wolverines, but what's up with Jim Harbaugh, bro? What's up with this game in Army, bro?
It's evident that, you know, they brought Josh Gaddis, the receiver coach from Alabama, on to be the OC. It's clear that Michigan doesn't have an identity. You know, they're trying to do things that they don't even like they got the personnel to do. And another thing is, and I said this before the season, Michigan got two starting offensive linemen that's out. You know, they couldn't even run lead. They couldn't even run power on Army. Now, mind you, Army is a very disciplined, sound team. They're gonna have gap integrity. They're gonna be what they're supposed to be. They're gonna play hard, tough nosed football. Yeah. But this is Michigan. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in a dogfight with Army. You're in a dogfight with Michigan, Middle Tennessee too. So that's leaving me to believe that on offense, they gotta figure out our identity. They got the weapons. Shea Patterson has the ability and the tools to be big time in college football. Gaddis just got to figure out what they do well and figure out something until they get those two offensive linemen back. I think one of them out for the season, but Runyon, he's supposed to come back in I think like 2-3 weeks, and they better have him when they get ready to play Wisconsin. I'm gonna tell you somebody in college football that nobody's talking about: Maryland Terrapins. Maryland, look, Loxley, he was the offensive coordinator for Alabama last year. Loxley has Maryland looking damn good. These people averaging 71 points a game in 2 games. They beat Syracuse, who was ranked in the top 25. Beat the hell out of them. People had 54 points at the half. Loxley got that team looking good. The running back, McFarland, looks like he could be one of the best running backs in the country. Yes. Maryland is going to be tough. I'm not saying they're going to be in the 14 playoff. No. But these people are somebody that nobody's talking about. And Loxley got the people looking real good. And I think they got a real good chance to compete with Ohio State in that Big Ten. Are they going to beat Ohio State? No. But I think they're going to make that game real competitive.
Man, listen, I watched the Michigan game. I caught spots of it. And the part that bothered me more than anything, that Michigan talent-wise didn't look that much better than Army. And that's my problem. Like, you watch the game, you say to yourself, talent-wise, this is Michigan. Whether Army's in the game now, whether they're playing disciplined football or not, that's okay. But a talent position, they didn't look more talented than Army. And that begs to me that starts at the top. Jim Harbaugh, what are you recruiting? What are you getting in the program? Or are you getting guys that are football sound, or are you getting athletes in there? You're reaching the point where, hey, listen, you didn't become the highest paid coach or one of the highest paid coaches in college football to look talent-wise just as much as Army. For crying out loud, Army only threw the ball 5 times in that game We already know Army, Navy gonna run the ball. They don't throw the ball. So at some point in time, yeah, you got to be disciplined. You got to take Army serious. But at some point in time, your talent level needs to show itself. If you think about getting to a 14 playoff, at some point in time, you got to look talented to get to this 14 playoff. Michigan did not look talented. Michigan did not look like a top 10 team to me. It bothers me because I'm a diehard. But I'm just speaking of the obvious. Michigan didn't look like a top 10 team. Even though Texas lost to LSU, I would probably still have Texas ranked higher than Michigan right now.
Definitely.
Because of the fact that because a team lost, it doesn't mean that they didn't play well. They played exceptionally well against LSU in the second half. They went to overtime on Army. This got to stop. This got to stop.
As of today, this is who I would love to see in a 14 playoff. You know, I don't know if it's going to happen like this, but I would love to see. I feel like it'll be box office. LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and either Georgia or Bama. You have them 4 teams in the 14 playoff, the ratings are going to be through the roof. So, but we know 3 SEC teams not going to get in. It just ain't going to happen. So, I don't know if Bama going to be the odd man out, or will it be Georgia, or could it be LSU? We don't know how it's going to play out. But those are the 4 teams I would love to see in the 14 playoff.
That probably is not going to play out. But what I will say about this committee, they have been adamant about getting the 4 best teams in that game versus worrying about who won your conference, who won the division, who won these things. If they feel that the Big 12 winner is not the 4th best team in the country, if they feel that the Pac-12 winner is not the best 4 team in the country, they feel like the Big 10 winner is not one of the 4 best teams in the country, then I've seen this committee since this started since 2013 that they're not trying to elect that all because you won your conference. They're trying to find the best 4 teams. Right. So if the committee stays on that path, that could be a possibility. But 2 of those SEC teams can only afford 1 loss, meaning that Bama, let's say LSU went undefeated. LSU, in order for Bama to make it, Bama only loss would have to be LSU, meaning that Georgia only loss will have to be the SEC championship. That's the only way we really can see that take place. I mean that Bama and let's say Georgia can have 1 loss, but it has to be the LSU. It can't be, hey, they got another loss somewhere down the road. No, that's gonna disqualify them. You're not gonna take an undefeated Ohio State and have a 2-loss Georgia team. So it's not gonna work. But if they all ended up if 2 of those teams ended on 1 loss and one of them was undefeated, and that was the only loss, it's a possibility. It's gonna be the Big 10 winner would have to, or the Big 12 winner would have to go undefeated. Like a 1-loss Ohio State and a 1-loss Oklahoma would surpass Alabama or Georgia to me. It's a good possibility. I'm looking forward to this college football season, man.
Antonio Porter says Jalen Hurts and Oklahoma ain't looking too bad. This is the thing about Oklahoma. Now,
looked good the first game.
Offensively, they are potent. Offensively, they, arguably the best offense in the country, the way they look thus far. But I still don't believe in their defense. I still don't believe that. They are better than they was last year, but I just don't think when you try to go against somebody like LSU and Bama and Clemson, your defense has to be at least solid. Yeah. Their defense is average, super average. So I just don't know if Oklahoma gonna have that shot. With that being said, looking at Oklahoma's schedule, they might go undefeated and run the table.
They could.
And that might automatically put them in the 14 playoff.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's interesting. Again, but Oklahoma always finds a way to lose a game. They always find a way to lose the game somehow in their conference. They go against an Iowa State somewhere, a Kansas State somewhere, and somehow they end up with a loss. And that's because of their defense. Their defense is atrocious. It's bad.com. And it's been that way for some years now. We're not talking about the days when they got Teddy Lehman and Tommy Harris now. Them days are come and gone. This defense here just gives up yards. Now, offensively, I 1,000% agree. They're one of the most potent offenses in college football. Offensively, they're going to be where they need to be. They won't lose a game because of what they can't do offensively. It's going to do because what they give up on the defensive end. And so I feel they're going to have a game where they're going to be in a shootout, and they just won't have more points than the other team. That's just how I see it.
That's fair. And I'll say this too. people are getting all hyped up about Jalen Hurts and
Get proud of the kid, G. Get be happy for the kid.
and saying that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Look,
Thinking life a little too far.
look, Jalen Hurts is a good player.
Yeah.
But if you watched him, especially against Houston,
Right.
I mean, he throwing the ball little 4-5 yard passes, and the receiver and the tight end is making the rest of this work.
Right.
He's not making plays like Trevor Lawrence is making or Justin Fields is making.
No.
He's not reading defenses and dissecting the defense.
He's not making plays to him, man.
Things are coming off the RPO. He got a somebody running a 5 yard slant. He's throwing the slant and then taking it to the house. That's the kind of stuff that's happening for Jalen Hurts. Now, running the ball and things he can do with his legs, that's what makes Jalen Hurts so dynamic.
Right.
Let's stop getting caught up with, he looks like a quarterback now. Now that Lincoln Riley got him. No. He look like the same he did when he was in Tuscaloosa. It's just that the play calling and the way the offense looks, right. It looks more sexier than how it looks in Bama.
Right.
So let's not get caught up with all that. Look, I like Jalen Hurts. I like his story. I would love to see him get to that 14 playoff. But
the man may be in New York, man, December, man. He may be sitting down
but
compete for the trophy.
But he's not a pure legitimate quarterback in my mind.
I don't see that.
I think he can get the job done for what Lincoln Riley wants in his offense. But let's stop getting caught up in thinking is this guy on the same level of Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or Jake Fromm or Justin Abel from Oregon. No, he's not. He's not in those guys' class.
No.
Stop talking stupid.
They got prisoners at the moment, G. You got people looking at Jalen Hurts. They're looking at the story. They're looking at the situation. And they say to themselves, man, look what he's doing in Oklahoma, man. Again, this is a testament to the fact that Oklahoma has 2 Heisman Trophy winners in the past 2 years. And they're looking at the situation and saying to themselves, man, guess what? They can have a third. Look at Jalen Hurts. Or Alabama should have benched him for Tua. Alabama made the right decision. Let's not fool ourselves. Nothing against Jalen Hurts. Nothing against Kelly Bryant the previous year when he got benched for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, Bull Sweeney made the right decision.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It doesn't mean that these guys are not good people.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they don't have good character. They just recruited a guy who could play the position of quarterback a bit better. It is what it is. These guys we talking about Tua and Trevor Lawrence gonna be top 5 picks. We talking about the Kelly Bryants and Jalen Hurts. No offense to none of those 2 guys, good people. But these guys not getting drafted as quarterback.
No.
So let's just pump our brakes. Calm down. I'm happy for the kid.
Yeah.
He can make his case. He can make a case to get to New York somehow, some way. But if you guys thinking he's better than Tua or Trevor Lawrence or Justin Abel down in Oregon or Jake Fromm, leave the Hennessy alone. Get off the Hennessy.
Get off it.
Get off it. Get off the Hennessy. Now, I do want to switch gears from college football. I gotta get to the pros, G. We had the NFL. We gotta switch some gears. We had Monday Night Football a few days ago. And the ratings were through the roof. For people who don't know, I did a video about the Saints. Have one of the biggest artists in the NFL. Obviously, the Saints had that's the way you bring in that's the way you bring in the NFL season. A game like that. Saints versus Houston. Prime time. Ratings was up 19% from the previous year when the Lions and the Jets played. See, the NFL got it right. You put the Saints in prime time and watch what your ratings do.
Exactly.
They go up. Now, we're talking about a game that was must-see TV. Action-packed. 4 quarters. DeAndre Hopkins being DeAndre Hopkins. Going out there making some big plays. Having 2 touchdowns. 8 catches over 100 yards. Mike Thomas being Mr. Magnificent. Throwing up the arms. 10 catches. 120-some yards. Alvin Kamara having over 160 total yards in the game. Drew Brees had one little mistake. He shouldn't have threw the ball, in the back of the end zone like that. But we talking about prime time. And we talking about, Deshaun Watson, who to me, I tweeted out there, has that Steve. He looks similar to Steve McNair to me. The way he plays the game.
I think he's a little more athletic than Steve McNair.
Yeah, I think he is. But I think Steve McNair is probably bigger. But when I watch Deshaun Watson, I'm looking like, dang, he plays the game much like Steve McNair, man. Gee, what is your take on Saints? What is your take on that game? What would you take out of this game on Monday Night Football?
I tweeted about it, man. I knew coming into this game it was gonna be tough. You know, I said before the season, I thought Deshaun Watson had a chance to be an MVP candidate this year. I think he's that good. I think he keeps getting better and better every year. Then you got somebody who's a quarterback coach in Bill O'Brien, who understands that position and how to develop quarterbacks. I knew Deshaun Watson was going to take another step this year, and he showed it on Monday night. The Saints defense is good, and he made some great plays. I knew that, you know, with the weapons that they got, you know, even though they lost Lamar Miller, you know, Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde, those two guys, that 1-2 punch is pretty good. Yeah. And they adding Kenny Stills already to Will Fuller, and you know about that guy DeAndre Hopkins. I knew it was gonna be tough to stop those guys. And you know, I knew that it was gonna be a dog fight. Right. I knew that. I think our offense took a little while to get going in that first half. I think the interception that Drew threw kind of set us back a little bit. I think if he don't throw that pick right there, I think our offense takes off in that first half. But we end up getting it together. All in all, you know, first game of the season, I'm just glad we found a way to win. You know, it's wins like that we're going to look back in December and say, man, I'm glad we won that game because now we got home field advantage. Or, man, I'm glad we won that game because we won the division. Right. Or whatever the case may be. But we found a way to win. And then we haven't won a game in week 1 in 5 years. Yes. So to get that monkey off our back, that was big for our psyche. Right. I was glad we was able to find a way to win in that degree too. Right. One of the things that I always say about the Saints that's gonna be key into us being successful on offense. Third down. We were 7 for 11 on third down. We found a way to keep those drives going. But on the flip side of that, they found ways to keep their drive going on third down too. Yeah, and even on the fourth down play, Deshaun Watson runs quarterback power. He scores on a 21-yard touchdown run. You know, so on defense, I think we got to clean up some things on figuring out how to get off the field on that money down. Right. But I like how aggressive Dennis Allen was on defense. We sent a lot of exotic blitzes. We sacked him a lot of times. Yeah. Trey Hendrickson, the DN for the Saints. I'm telling y'all right now, I think he needs to take Marcus Davenport's spot in the starting lineup. We agree. I think that Trey Hendrickson is proven that he is clearly the clear-cut start on this team right now. Now, I'm not saying Davenport shouldn't play. When we run our NASCAR package, have them all in the game at the same time with him, Cam Jordan, and Trey Hendrickson. He's outperforming him right now. Yeah, he's just outperforming. Right now, Trey Hendrickson beat Larry Tunsil, who was a great left tackle in this league. Because he was handling Davenport. He was holding Davenport up. Time and time again, Trey Hendrickson beat him on third down. He played phenomenal. I think that was a key part in the game that people overlooked about the Saints defense. He plays like Patrick Kearney to me. Yeah. I think that, you know, and then getting Onyemata back this week, that's going to be big. Give us more depth on the D-line. Don't even talk about we get Sheldon Rankins. That's going to make our D-line big time, and we're going to have a lot of depth. I like the way Malcolm Brown played. I mean, he got a lot of penetration. He did a good job on stuffing some run plays. So I like the way the Saints defense look. You know, don't get caught up with, we gave up 28 points, and, you know, Will Fuller caught this pass on Eli Apple, and DeAndre Hopkins had over 100 yards receiving. You seen that catch, boy. But we got to understand. But look, what we got to understand is we played against a really good team. Yeah. You know, that's going to happen. When you play against great teams, like somebody like Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, who is arguably the best receiver in the game, that's going to happen. You got an offensive play caller like Bill O'Brien. Those things are going to happen. But we're not going to face too many offensive teams like that. We're not. With those kind of players at their disposal. I'm glad we placed them in week 1 because Kenny Stills is going to be more acclimated to that offensive system. They're going to be pretty good. He's going to beat any slot corner that guards him. They're going to be pretty good. And like, in the play before, before we came down and scored, when Kenny Stills scored the touchdown, Deshaun Watson identified pre-snap who was on Kenny Stills. DJ Williams. And he went and found him. And that was big. Problem is, you left too much time on the clock for Drew Brees. I keep telling y'all this dude is surgical. I keep telling y'all he's a technician. Stop talking stupid. Talking about Drew Brees is washed up. I don't know what y'all be talking about and what y'all be looking at. Drew Brees found a way to get us down there in 37 seconds, and we gave you that money because it was well deserved in the offseason. Yes. You came down and you made a 58-yarder prime time. Like put the game on the line. And I always say, you find out what kind of kicker you got when it's make or miss if you want to lose. When the lights are on. And Lutz found a way to get it done. And he had room to spell on that 58-yarder. I love the way we finished this game, 38-28 in the dome. And I think it's going to carry momentum for us going to L.A. to beat the Rams on Sunday.
Man, listen. I know that. Let me tell y'all one big stat no one talking about. I'm gonna give a big pat on the back to our right tackle Ryan Ramczyk. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah. This is the first time in J.J. Watt's career he went without a sack, without a tackle. Without a sack, without a tackle. Why? Because that guy on the right hand, the guy on the right side, Ryan Ramczyk, was holding him up, was blocking, was doing his job. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's things that don't show up in the box score, G. Yeah. It's things like that. Impressive. You know, and I dig down to this game and listen. I'm going back and forth. Trust me, when Deshaun Watson came down in 2 plays and 57 seconds left, he showed me that he shows up in big moments. He shows up in big games. 57 seconds left, I'm sitting there against Deshaun Watson, but it's over. Right. What are you gonna do? First play down the field, Deshaun. DeAndre Hopkins on Marshawn Lattimore. Like Lattimore, you're too close. Okay, give him another play. Next play, Kenny Stills on PJ. I'm like, boy, look at this here. Boy, this is hysterical out here. Ratings going through the roof. Why? Saints are playing. You gave this man, this technician, 35, 37 seconds, get 35 yards, and Will Lutz coming big. Listen, Houston is a great football team. And let me tell you something in the AFC. Y'all better watch out. Don't take this loss as a situation where you think, hey, listen, Houston ain't like that. The Texans are like that. They are dominating.
They're definitely going to win the division.
Yes, they're going to win the division, to me, hands down. Obviously, Jacksonville has some injury at quarterback. Colter don't know what they have at quarterback yet. And the Titans, to me, great football. They play hard-nosed football, but I'm just not buying Marcus Mariota long-term. I don't see it. I just don't see it. To me, they beat Cleveland. They played better football than Cleveland. Cleveland had 200 yards and penalties. To me, that's just bad coaching. That's just bad management overall. They got to fix a lot of things. They went in with a lot of press and a lot of hype. You know, they got a great roster, but they got to play football. Came time to play football with the Cleveland Browns. I didn't see it. Too many mistakes. You can't win a football game with over 200 yards and penalties.
Right.
Doesn't work in the National Football League. But my Saints came out there big time and showed why you cannot leave a guy like Drew Brees. He needed seconds on the clock with it. And he had a timeout to spare.
He even got somebody cut. The kid Colvin got cut the next day.
Yeah. Aaron Colvin got cut. He was on a big-time deal, G. They signed him last year to some big money. I need to go ahead and let you go, dog.
That's crazy.
Why? Because Ted Ginn was roasting your ass. Ted Ginn had 100 yards. 7 catches. Yeah, I'm going to cut you too.
Drew Brees, that's another thing I keep telling people. This man resurrected Teddy Ginn's career. Teddy Ginn couldn't catch a cold before he got to the Saints. Now he looking like he don't drop a damn ball. No. He keep ticking. He is a big part of our offense. And this is another key thing that we're not even paying attention to. Jared Cook wasn't even a big part of the offense. Wasn't even a big part of the offense. I can only imagine when he gets more acclimated to this offense, how more potent this offense is gonna be. Yeah. So I like how we looking right now. Kamara running the ball looks phenomenal. I like the way Latavius Murray looked. He had that long run and scored a touchdown.
Looked good.
Looked good. His thing gonna be is being durable and staying healthy. If he does that, we gonna be big time. Our offensive line protected Drew all night. I mean, Drew had enough time to make a sandwich, untie his shoe, tie it back. He had time to make decisions. And if he got time like that against a good defense like that, you can only imagine how we gonna look going forward. Now, this week against Aaron Donald and them now, it's gonna be a different challenge. But I think our offensive line is up for the task. I think Eric McCoy, our center, played great. I think that was a key draft selection for us. I think this kid gonna be a Pro Bowler for years to come too.
Yes, I would say this, man. I think going forward, we've seen what this offense looks like. Obviously, even Traquan Smith caught one catch, but it was an end zone touchdown. The Saints are a really surgical offensive football team. Meaning they're gonna make football plays. These 5 to 7 yard plays, they're gonna eat you alive. They're not a big deep threat team. They don't have a deep threat on the team. Ted Ginn's probably the only guy who can probably get deep. But as far as making football plays, we talking about crossing routes. We talking about slants, digs, comebacks, out. Getting those 5 to 7 yard plays, the Saints are going to eat you alive. And what helps out the offensive line so much because Drew Brees gets the football in his hand so fast and he's so accurate that they're going to consistently move the chains. Listen, this team here is supposed to have a big season going forward. I know a lot of people looking at what they saw defensively. Look at the defense as a whole. That's how you gotta look at the defense. Look at it as a whole. Don't look at, hey, Eli. I got a lot of people hitting me up. Hey, Eli Apple is bad. He's overrated and this and that. I'm like, listen. The average number 2 receiver in the NFL is better than the average number 2 corner. I don't know what to tell you. They got more. They got more teams that have 2,000-yard receivers than they're gonna have 2 teams with 2 corners with 5 interceptions. This league is very good at receiving. Very good. Will Fuller was having a highly rated season last year prior to his ACL injury. He's really good. Kenny Stills gonna be playing in slot. I'm telling y'all right now, he's gonna be most slot corners. These receivers are really good in the NFL today. Nothing else has gotten better over the past 20 years in the NFL. Receivers got better.
And put on the defensive side of the ball, Marcus Williams, our free safety, he was after the game, he was rated the highest rated player on the Saints defense on Monday night. I think he had like an 88. They rated him out like an 88.9.
The man got suplexed by what's up with that? What's up with Hopkins, man? You gonna suplexing the man for this thing WWE. I mean,
but if you watch Marcus Williams on Monday night, I love how smart that kid is. I mean, you never really see him out of position. And on that interception, I mean, he came from the left hash, and he showed some range to get over there and pick that ball up. Marcus Williams is emerging, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want about the Minnesota Miracle and all those things, and man, I don't care about all that.
Yeah.
Marcus Williams continues to get better and better every year. This guy is the ultimate pro. He's the first one in the building, last one to lead the building. He understands offenses. You could tell he's a gym rat. I say gym rat. Watching tape rat.
Right.
You could tell he watches film and understands what he's looking for, and understand route combinations and things of that nature. Marcus Williams is one of the best free safeties in the league.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna have a big breakout year for us this year. He's gonna be somebody else we're gonna end up trying to have to figure out how we're gonna pay
check
down the line. But I think the Saints are have all the components on both sides of the ball to get back to a Super Bowl and be in the mix to get back to a Super Bowl this year. And I think I say adding Jared Cook to at our tight end spot because that's what we was lacking the last few years. That's big. And on defense, think about this. Kiko Alonso ain't even in the fold yet.
No, not.
And so, when he gets into the fold, understand what Dennis Allen went on defense, that's going to be another asset that we got at the linebacker position. So, I'm really excited about what the Saints doing right now and to find a way to win in week 1 in the Dome against a good team like the Texans. That makes me feel real good. I really think we're going to go into LA this Sunday and deal with these people.
Man, listen, I'm excited about this. I'm excited. The game had me, back and forth. Trust me, I was in my home. If I could have streamed the game, y'all have seen me so frustrated when they scored, when it came down. But man, you got to be impressed with the team overall. You just got to be. I mean, you just have to really be impressed with the composure of this team. I watched the video and watching Sean Payton talking about on that drive before they got to kick the field goal. The key thing was no penalties. That's what he said. That was the message. We can't afford no penalties. Don't have no penalties. See, that's coaching, guys. I don't know what y'all be thinking that coaching don't matter at this level. Y'all are crazy.
And Michael Thomas even alluded to in the interview. He said, man, what we did in that 37 seconds, we do that every day at practice. He said, and guys be like this, man, we doing this again. And Sean Payton says, we're going to be in these kind of situations. We're going to be in tough, close games this year.
Football plays. You got to go out there and make
situational football. And you could tell, it looked like it was a walk in the park.
It went 35 yards. 35 seconds, 35 yards. You have to be composed. You have to be practicing these situations. Listen, you could tell the teams, the Saints and the Texans looked it like mid-season form. I watched a lot of games on Sundays. Know what I saw? Penalties. I saw conditioning problems. Why? Because teams were not prepared. That Monday night game, you talk about, you looked at 2 possible playoff teams. They looked at like mid-season form. Well, 2 well-coached football teams out there getting it in week 1. It was a blessing to see that because it was one of the best games you got a chance to watch. I mean, I watched the Patriots and the Steelers game. I saw the Steelers make a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes. Like they don't look ready yet.
Right.
I watched Cleveland. They don't look ready. I watched a lot of games. I watched the Carolina Rams game. They didn't look ready.
Right.
A lot of mistakes. Not that Texans game. Not that Saints game. You just watched 2 well-coached, prepared teams out there dueling it out, trying to figure out, can we come out of it. Texans did everything they needed to do to get that victory. They just left 37 seconds on the clock. That was it.
Antonio Porter says, I think we should have kept Ezebo. That's the running back from Nebraska. For depth at running back. I really think that kid was more of a Mark Ingram replacement than Murray because of his physicality. Now, I agree with that too. I don't know if we put him on a practice squad or what they did with him, but I really wanted to keep Ezebo. And I think at some point, did they keep Dwayne Washington?
They kept Washington.
I think at some point, the Saints are going to have to either go get somebody. I don't know who's out there sitting on their couch drinking beer, but they'll bring Ezebo back.
C.J. Anderson, baby.
But I think we're gonna have to get a short yardage back that can get those tough yards for us at some point in the season. And he says, Antonio Porter says Cam Jordan getting 17 sacks this season, and I think Marcus Wynn will have 6 picks. That is realistic right now.
I think
that is realistic.
Well, here's the thing with 17 sacks. It's realistic for Cam Jordan because of his durability and athletic ability, but he just does so much all around. And I think that his game is not predicated around him getting 17 sacks. He's not the DN that he can do it. The ability is there. I don't have a doubt in my mind. But he does so much in run defense. You talk about guys who that guy really doesn't really got the field. Right. Everyone else is in rotation.
So damn durable.
So it's hard for me to think that a guy like that can be doing so much, probably calling assignments, getting people lined up, doing so many different things that guy can really achieve 17 sacks. To me, if he don't, as long as he's in double digits, I'm fine.
But the key is this. If Trey Hendrickson playing like that, and if Davenport start coming on, and when Anyamata and Sheldon Rankins come back,
you're done. You can't double team him.
Cam Jordan gonna get 17 or more sacks this season.
Because your right tackle is done.
Because he's gonna beat his man every time. You can't chip him. You can't put that guard over and slide the protection to him because you got to worry about Trey Hendrickson. You got to worry about Anyamata. You got to worry about Sheldon Rankins.
It's DN right tackle.
Yeah, I love the depth we have at our D line once Anyamata and Sheldon Rankins come back. We still got Malcolm Brown, and we still got Edwards, who we signed from the Raiders. So we got a lot of depth on that D line. Our D line is probably one of the best D lines in the NFL for as top to bottom in depth.
Correct. Now, School says this. Crazy as it may sound, I can't really find one horrible downside of this team right now. The only downside I would say that they probably need to work on is special teams.
I think Harris going to be big time for us this year. I think he's going to be big time.
My jury's out on Harris.
Sean Payton said he thinks Harris can be one of the best returners of all time. And look, the last time he made a statement like that, when he dropped to Alvin Kamara, he said he thinks Alvin Kamara could be the next Marshall Faulk. And it's so looking that way. So if he says that about Harris,
but Sean Payton also says Taysom Hill could be the next Steve Young.
I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. When he said that,
he said that.
Pull it up, producer. Because I don't remember saying that. Now, White Uptown did make a big play. They made a big touchdown catch for us.
That's that catch, baby. White Uptown gonna be all over the field, baby. That's just what he's gonna do.
What's the Army knife?
Mm-hmm. Now, Antonio also said, I feel you, but the way Hendrickson is playing right now, I'll say that. I think he was referring to
No, he's saying the way Hendrickson is playing. That's why he said it.
Yeah. That is true. Again, I don't think that the double teams is gonna come on. If Trey Hendrickson keeps playing the way he's playing, you can't expect double teams to come. You just can't. Right tackles, we're gonna have to deal with Cam Jordan. I just think that Cam Jordan does so much and he's so durable. If you had to ask me, would Cam Jordan want to play every game of this season or have 17 sacks? I think Cam Jordan want to play every game this season and be ready for his team. Now, granted, if the 17 sacks come, all power to the man. To me, we paid the guy $17 million a season. He's earned every nickel.
But sometimes, and I tell people this all the time, sometimes at the DN position, sacks don't always, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't always identify, how good of a defensive end and how much pressure you get, because sometimes you get so much pressure, you make it to where somebody else on the D-line get a sack, or you making them get the ball off fast and then it leads to an interception. Right. So, I'm not gonna case Cam Jordan off of, he didn't get 17 sacks or he didn't get this many sacks. Because if you watching Cam Jordan on every snap, this kid is coming. He coming every snap. He is applying pressure. He is whooping that tackles butt every damn possession, every damn snap. So if he don't get 17 sacks, I'm not gonna look at him like, you underachieved. No, I know for sure he's gonna get 8 or more sacks this season. It's just gonna happen.
He gets double digits.
Right.
I'm listening. He's double digits. There's nothing wrong. Because here's the facts. Naming a defensive end who's played every game since 2011.
He hasn't missed a game. and play with that kind of motor and has that kind of impact on the game.
Just show me another. And if you show me another, then show me his stats. And if his stats are better than Cam Jordan, I'll say, you know what? You got an argument. But until that day arrives, you can't tell me nothing. Because I think he's the most durable defensive end in all of football. Bottom line, in the trenches, every play, every snap, not taking plays off. He's been doing this since 2011. Show me another. That's all I got to say. I don't care if you think it's better. Show me another.
Brian Jenkins says, how about Ramchek shutting down J.J. Watt? We talked about that.
Yeah.
Not a sack, a few minutes ago. Ryan Ramchek is putting himself in prime position to get paid.
Bag.
Yeah,
there's too many guys on the team trying to get the bag.
He looked real good.
We talking about Marcus Williams, Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramchek. Now I didn't mention Von Bell or nothing like that.
I think Von Bell and Andrews, people talked about that. A couple months ago. Those guys are the odd man out.
Right.
That's why we drafted Charlie Gardner-Johnson.
Right.
I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna take over for Von Bell once he gets out of there.
Right.
And Pete, I think he's a good player, but we not gonna be able to pay him.
No.
It's just not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Now I'm in a watch party right now, and one guy says, Terrence Dunaway said this. Drew Brees is the most underrated and underappreciated quarterback in NFL history. What do you guys say about that? I don't think he's the most underappreciated. Maybe underrated to some degree. I don't think he's underappreciated.
I say this all the time. I think that the Saints fans don't appreciate Drew Brees enough because you see all the time on social media, Drew need to hang it up. He need to retire. He need to do this. He need to do that. And I ain't gonna lie. Him not being able to throw the ball downfield like he used to 5 years ago, does limit him to some degree, but he's still an effective quarterback. He's still an elite quarterback. Not even being able to throw the ball 30 yards down the field like he used to.
Right.
He's held to a different standard.
Right.
When you play at an elite level like that for all these years, I mean, he's been playing at an elite level for 13 years. We're spoiled. The Saints fans are spoiled. And when you play at that elite level and then you have some type of little drop-off, now we can't handle it. And now we like this. Oh, you need to retire. We need to go get somebody else. We need to go get somebody that can run and throw. Put Taysom Hill in the starting quarterback. Look, there are 32 teams in the NFL. 29 of those 32 teams will love Drew Brees right now because he would put them over the hump to get to a Super Bowl. And that's just facts.
Listen, and here's the truth. We're saying 9 of the 20 of the 32. That's because one we missed out on. We supposed to draft at 11 overall, and then against Marshawn Lattimore. Now, the other two, we know the other two teams are. It's the Packers and the Patriots. Now, don't tell me that there are other teams that wouldn't have Drew Brees right now. You're crazy. I'm here to say the other 29 teams right now would take a 40-year-old Drew Brees. I know you're talking about you take the Patriots, you take the Seattle Seahawks, take Drew Brees over Russell Wilson. You goddamn right they will. Yes, they will. The Chargers will take Drew Brees' ass back, and they got Phillip Rivers. And Phillip Rivers is arguably their best quarterback in the history because he had the longest team. They'll take Drew Brees back. Yes, they will. Listen, stop this. The people 8 hours away going I-10 East and going I-20 in Atlanta will take Drew Brees over Matt Ryan. Yes, they will. You gotta be stopped. I know that the Rams and the Eagles just paid those two quarterbacks a whole bunch of money. They can get Drew Brees tomorrow. Trust me, they're reneging it.
And when we're saying that, we're not talking about for years to come. We're just talking about for this season.
For this season.
For them to make one run.
One run.
They'll take Drew Brees.
They'll take Drew Brees.
So we gotta just stop
Yes.
being so ignorant and
Yes.
saying some of the foolish stuff that we say
Yes.
when Drew Brees throw an interception or he make a mistake sometime. Look, he's not God. I mean, look,
It's
not,
football.
He's not superhuman.
Interception happens.
He gonna make mistakes here and there, but for the most part, Drew Brees is gonna play big time football. He's gonna play at that elite level.
Show me another. Listen, I just tell people all the time. Show me another who's more accurate. Just I wait. Listen, at some point in time, you got to come to the conclusion that an interception is going to happen, a fumble is going to happen. Listen, that's football. That's part of the game. You're talking about the most accurate quarterback in the history of this game. This ain't about, he don't have a deep ball like Matthew Stafford. I'm here to tell you right now, the Lions will trade him tomorrow for Drew Brees. What? They'll trade all resources. Tomorrow for Drew Brees, they'll trade them all. Stop this. This guy we are witnessing is historic.
And we're not gonna understand what we got until
it's over, and it's gonna be over soon because he's above 40. Father Time is undefeated. It's gonna be over soon. So right now, as long as he's playing the quarterback position, don't tell me about what else do you want. The only other guy I would have wanted right now was Patrick Mahomes because I'm watching. Other than that, we didn't get it. I'm taking Drew Brees. Don't tell me that the quarterback position is not an issue. Period. Don't tell me about it. He should have threw that ball. And we should get it. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop. You can't name me 4 quarterbacks in the league that you just want more. You don't. You just don't. He's that good. Now, Antonio says this. PJ didn't get burnt on that. What would have been the game-winning TD while covering steals? Trying to see what you're saying. Trying to say PJ. Antonio. PJ didn't get burnt. It don't matter if he got burnt or not. He was just one-on-one with Kenny Stills, and I think Kenny Stills is better than any slot corner that you're gonna find a way to put out there and put out there on him. That's gonna be the deal. If you're gonna line him up, Kenny Stills will get any slot corner in the NFL. Doesn't matter if it's PJ Williams. You pick a team. Kenny Stills is probably gonna beat that guy. And if you leave the field wide open, it's gonna be for 6 points. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Now, moving forward to week 2, going to Los Angeles. Aaron Donald is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Now, the matchup I'm looking forward to is obviously Marcus Davenport. Marcus Peters probably does not guard Michael Thomas. Akeem Talib did, just like they probably did in the NFC Championship. This is a matchup I'm looking to see because Mike Thomas, from that game, only had 4 catches, 37 yards. I would like to see him still have these Mike Thomas, Mr. Magnificent games. Go out there and show your presence early. Get the ball to Mike Thomas early. Create some level of continuity and receptions. Do what you do. Go run your crosses. Go run your comeback. Go run your slant. Do what you do best.
Right.
Not here to run about. Okay, Mike Thomas run an 8-9 route or a 7 route. But if that's not the route he run, go run the routes he do run. Go show your presence. Go make a fact out there. And I think the Rams, they pose a similar threat as the Texans do offensively. Brandon Cooks is a speedster. You can't really guard him extremely close because if he gets behind you, he could be a big threat. Robert Woods is very underrated. We're talking about being underrated.
Yeah.
Robert Woods is underrated as the number 2 receiver in this game. Obviously, you didn't hear too much about him being in Buffalo, but since he's been over here in St. Louis, not St. Louis, but in Los Angeles, he's been making an impact for himself.
Right.
Having over 1,000 yards last year. Big time play. Eli Apple got his hands full with him. Cooper Kupp is back, and Ty Gurley in the backfield. This offense in Los Angeles is a potent offense, but I still like the Saints' chances as a whole, as a group, to still try to contain this team to maybe 25 some points. I like what the Saints are going to do offensively, having Kamara moving him around, let Mike Thomas be Mike Thomas. I think this is a game that Jared Cook does open up the middle of the field more. Mm-hmm. I think that their linebackers are situational. They're not really great. I think Jared Cook opens up the field a little bit more. I think you do see a little bit more possibly about our run game a little more. I like Latavius Murray. I think that you can run on the Rams. Not having the Dominican Suter this year, I think you could probably find some, obviously you got Brocker still there. You can find some gaps and find some assignments where, hey, listen, they can kind of get through there. I like the Saints in this game, 31, probably by 28. But the Rams are going to keep the pressure on the Saints. I don't expect the Saints to come out here and have one of those, 35 to 10 football games. No, I think the Rams are going to put the pressure on the Saints. But I think when it's all come down to it, come down to last possession, similar to this week that just passed, because the Rams are a really good football team, and the Saints winning again by 3.
I do have the Saints winning. I think one of the key factors into why I think we're going to win this game is I don't care what they say. Ty Gurley is not healthy. He's not healthy. I think he had like 92 yards rushing on Sunday on 14 carries. But he's not getting the touches.
Right.
He's not getting the touches. And then when you watch him, and I watch highlights of him, he does not look like Ty Gurley from 2 years ago. Don't get me wrong. Still effective. But doesn't look like the same Ty Gurley from 2 years ago. I think that not having Ty Gurley at 100% will hurt them at some degree because now you got to be one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And now you're giving Dennis Allen the rights to be very exotic on somebody like Jared Goff, and who I think Jared Goff whole game is predicated off of the play action pass.
Yeah.
That is when he is at his best.
Right.
Off of play action. I think last year off of play action he was like had an 80% completion rate or something crazy like that. So I just think that not having Todd Gurley at full strength, which means they won't be able to run the ball effectively on us.
Right.
Which means I think they get one-dimensional. Which means I think Dennis Allen in that defense creates turnovers.
Right.
I think I can see us getting like 2 turnovers in this game, which will propel us to get more possessions on offense.
Right.
Which will make the Saints score at least 31 or more points, like you said. And I think that we win this game 31-14. I think we win that game like that. That's what I think. And then I think in a secondary, you got Talib and Marcus Peters who can give you problems, but they don't have LaMarcus Joyner anymore. LaMarcus Joyner was a really good free safety where they could run a lot of one deep high with him, and like you said, they linebackers very very suspect with Littleton and those guys.
Yes.
Are they slouches? No, I don't stretch of the imagination, but those guys do not. I don't fear those guys.
And you lost Overture.
Well, Overture been gone.
Yeah, he been gone.
He with the Giants. But so if you could keep Aaron Donald, for getting constant penetration and getting to Drew Brees and Dante Fowler, you'll be all right. And Fowler gave us problems in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, he did.
He gave us a lot of problems, but I think we'll be ready for him on Sunday. And Marcus Peters, we know he's a gambler.
Yeah,
good corner, but he's a gambler.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna figure out some ways to hit him with some double moves and to lead.
He a little roulette out there.
We know he's gonna be physical, and I imagine he's gonna be on Micah Thomas. But that's why somebody like Jared Cook is gonna be big for this game. He's gonna be able to open up the middle of the field. Somebody like Tre'Quan Smith, I think we can catch him matched up on somebody, on one of their safeties who I feel like is not that good and nowhere near what LaMarcus Joyner gave them last year. So that's why I think the Saints is gonna come out and win this game 31-14.
Now Brian Jenkins said this: the run defense took a major step backwards from last year. Carlos Hyde looks like an elite back out there, but he is not that good. If he was, he wouldn't be on his 15 in 4 years. Talking about Carlos Hyde. I think Carlos Hyde is a solid football player. He's found a way to be around for you. In San Francisco, it looked like a bad situation.
That's what it was.
It's a bad situation. He went to Cleveland. After that, Cleveland drafted, and last year they probably drafted Nick Chubb. They got Hunt. So then they had Duke Johnson at the time. So they got rid of him there. Goes to Jacksonville, couldn't really make the roster there. Now he's over here. I think it's this situation. I don't think. Now, granted, is he a back that could get you 1,000 yards? Probably not. But Carlos Hyde is solid. He's a solid back.
Good situation.
Good situation to back. I don't think. Again, time will tell. I think we was a very great run defense last year. Time will tell. It just depends on who you're playing and what you're scheming for. I think Houston was a better pass offense than a run team going into this game. Looking at Will Fuller being back, looking at the trade for Kenny Stills, you're looking at obviously DeAndre Hopkins. I think that the game plan was okay, keep him in front of you. Not trying to be a real physical presence or trying to stop the run so much. So give it time. See what I'm not gonna say didn't take a step back so far, but I think that was just the game plan of trying to figure out how to stop these receivers versus trying to stop the rushing attack. But and that's this week too. You got a dominant passing attack. They gotta have a game plan to figure out how to stop this passing attack versus trying to figure out how to stop Gurley and what's going on in that backfield. That's just kind of the game plan. I think when they play against teams like Carolina, where they start to get to a little bit more, like more AFC South teams, like when they start to get to Jacksonville and Tennessee Titans, then I'm gonna say, okay, look, they ain't throwing the ball, dog. What you gonna do?
I think Jared Goff gonna have a bad game. I just think he's gonna have a bad game. He didn't play good against Carolina. He did not play good against Carolina.
No, he didn't. He sold my fantasy team short.
Yeah, why would you pick him? I don't know what you're thinking about. But like I say, if you go back and look at Jared Goff last year, his game is predicated off the play action pass, and I just don't think that they're gonna be able to run the ball effectively on us to be able to open up that play action and try to catch Brandon Cooks, down the field wide open and catch Robert Woods in the intermediate game and things like that. So I just think that they're gonna be real limited on Sunday. Now Sean McVay gonna figure out a way to get some points up on the board, but it's not gonna be enough like how Sean Payton gonna get the points on the board for the Saints. That's why I think we win this game handily, 31-14.
Man, 14. That's hard for me to say.
We win 31-14. Whew. Look, my prediction score for the game Monday was 27-21. If they don't give up that last touchdown to Kenny Stills,
You're the nose. You're the nose, baby. You're the nose. You're the damn nose.
call me Nostradamus. Because I predicted it.
You be on the nose. I can't fault it.
I'll be pretty close with my prediction scores now.
Now, I'm going to read his comments from a watch party out. We got the stream in. Winston Hayes says this. We beat the Rams when they were at their best last year. I have no doubt in us. We need to tighten up on the defense. Again, this is a very team that they're going against, a very potent offense. I think as fans, we think that people just not supposed to have yards.
I was more concerned about going against the Texans than the Rams. Now, if Ty Gurley is 100%, that changes everything because
he gets in his zone, scores.
But you have to go about game planning and you
right.
Things just change.
Things change.
Gurley, I know Dennis Allen and Sean Payton watching on film like, all right, Gurley not the same. They not using him the same. He only had 12 carries. 12.
Matter of fact, the other back that they had, I think he had 2 touchdowns.
C.J. Henderson? I mean,
no, they had a kid named Brown.
Malcolm Brown.
Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns for them.
So that in itself, when you know you ain't got to worry about Gurley too much, I just feel like that's going to open up the floodgates for our defense to be able to get the Jared Goff on blitzes, and it's going to make them one-dimensional. And you can't be one-dimensional with a team like us, especially how aggressive Dennis Allen been looking after week 1.
No, because at some point in time, if the Saints get an early lead, maybe a 10-point lead, maybe a 14-point lead, blitzes start to come. And blitzes start to come from different directions. I'm talking about like the Von Bell blitzes, the Patrick Robinson kind of blitzes.
Now, what was Patrick Robinson on Monday night?
I don't know.
He didn't play. And I don't remember seeing him on the injury report. That's something I gotta research about and see what's going on with Patrick Robinson.
You paid him the money, I think he should play.
And if he's playing on Sunday, because we're gonna need him.
He's gonna be needed. And again, I know Sean Payton is more about whoever practices, whoever performs, plays, but paying the guy, man, play the guy. If you're paying him, play him. That's kind of my thing. If not, take the Texans route. Aaron Colvin, you paid you played, and you look bad. You got to go.
So after week 1, and I know it's only after 1 week.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 teams in the NFL after week 1?
Well, coming in at number 5, man, I got to give it up to the Houston Texans. Kept the pressure on the Saints. Wanted to win that game. Did what needed to be done offensively to win that game. DeAndre Hopkins came up big, 8 catches, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson doing what he needed to do. He's going to touchdown for his team. Coming up big. I got the Texans coming at number 5.
That's not bad. That's not a bad pick. For me, I got the Eagles. Eagles is my fifth. That's my 5th best team in the NFL right now. I said it before the season. I think Carson Wentz is going to be an MVP candidate this year. If he don't win the MVP,
right?
He had a great game, 28 for 39, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns. They didn't run the ball, like I think they could have, but
Sean Jackson
looks really good. 8 catches for 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's on my fantasy, and their defense did enough to be able to get the victory. I mean, you can't let Casey Keenum do what he do. I mean, Casey Keenum had a phenomenal game. He had 380 yards and 3 touchdowns. But I think that defense of the Eagles is going to figure it out. I mean, you got people like Fletcher Cox and Darby and Malcolm Jenkins and people like that. You going to Nigel Bradham at linebacker and Barnett. They going to figure it out. I think they was in a situation like the Saints. Yeah. Week 1, they going to figure it out. And that defense is going to get better as the season goes on. But the Eagles is my 5th best team in the NFL right now.
Man, Deshaun Jackson. On my fantasy team. Get him. Woo! Coming at number 4, man, the Minnesota Vikings. I like what they did against the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously the Falcons were on the road, but what they did defensively, how they just disposed Atlanta offensively for really three and a half quarters. In the last bit of the fourth quarter, they finally got their first touchdown with Calvin Ridley. But up to that point, they just shut Atlanta out. It was a dominant defensive performance by the Minnesota Vikings. I granted on the offensive end, Kirk Cousins only had like 10 passes, one touchdown to Adam Thielen. But Gary Kubiak now running the offense up there, running this zone read option, got Dalvin Cook looking really, really good, looking healthy too. So right now,
You say this the healthiest he's been since he's been in the NFL.
I can agree because I watched the game and I'm looking at myself. I said, Dalvin Cook, follow me on Twitter. This guy looks healthy. So right now, I got the Minnesota Vikings coming in
Number 4 for me is the Kansas City Chiefs. Pat Mahomes picking up where he left off, 25 for 33, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns. Look, that Jacksonville defense ain't no slouch.
Ain't no slouch.
He looking like he picking up right where he left off last year. And the addition that they got with bringing Shady McCoy in was big. 10 carries, 81 yards, had averaged 8.1 yards a carry. Sammy Watkins played out his mind. 9 catches for 198 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know what Travis Kelce going to give you. Now, Tyreek Hill is hurt. And they saying he's going to be out for about 3 to 4 weeks. So we're going to have to monitor and see how that go. And then on defense, I love what they got going on defense. Frank Clark, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL that nobody talks about.
Yep.
Wyan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia. He looks like he's going to be really good in his league. Back there with the Badger.
Yep.
So I like the Chiefs and the way they looking. So I got them coming in at number 4.
And, well, they come one slot higher. They come in number 3. Kansas City picking up where they left off at, man. Listen, you got to give it up to that potent offense, what they did with Jacksonville. Obviously, Nick Foles gets hurt in that game, goes down. But, man, everyone thought Sammy Watkins was just overpaid.
And thought he was done.
Thought it was done. Almost had 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. And he did that in a way that you knew he was getting the ball because Tyreek Hill at some point in time in that game had the injury and wasn't able to come back. And he's going to be out for a few weeks. What they was able to do and still have that potency, but not having a guy Tyreek Hill on that football field, you got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to give it up. This offense is explosive. It's one of the best offenses in the NFL, hands down. And you bring back Shady. So expect Damian Williams to get the tough runs. Expect Shady McCoy to be some support extension of the passing game and still give you some runs out of this situation. On a running back for $3 million.
Right.
What kind of back you can get like that for $3 million? You got to look at the Kansas City Chiefs and say, man, listen, they're one of the best teams in football. They come in number 3.
Number 3 for me is the New Orleans Saints. When you come back, the way we did, it was down 14-3 or 21-3?
We was down 21 to, I think, 10.
21-10? Well, we started off down 14-3.
Yeah, 14-3.
The offense, was sputtering. We couldn't figure things out on offense, and Drew Brees threw the pick. But we figured it out. And found a way to win. The defense made stops when they needed to get them. We had like 6 sacks in the game. Drew Brees threw for over 300 yards. Michael Thomas had 10 catches for over 100 yards.
Right.
Kamara had like 80 yards receiving, 7 catches. Teddy Ginn went over 100 yards. I just love the way we looking like we not missing a step from last season. We like we getting better and better. And add somebody like Jared Cook, who didn't even have a big impact on the game. I think you're gonna see him get better and better as the season go on. I think the Saints is one of the most complete teams in the NFL when you talk about defense, offense, special teams. I think that kid Harris at punt return and kick return, I think you're gonna find him.
Got to show me something.
He's gonna make some plays for us this year.
Got to show me something.
And it's gonna be in a big game when we need it. And then when you got somebody like Sean Payton, who's been to an NFC Championship, right? Been to a divisional championship, which we should have been into the NFC Championship that year. Right. Won a Super Bowl. Been here 13 years. Is one of the best offensive minds in the game. Understands how to motivate players. And the depth that we assembled on that D-line, which is going to be big when we get on that stretch run in our division. Right. I just got to put the Saints as the number 3 team in the NFL right now. Could possibly end up being number 1 when it's all said and done.
You got him at number 3. And I got one step higher. I got him at number 2, baby. Listen, call me prisoner in a moment. Call me what you want. Listen. As long as Sean Payton and Drew Brees are under the helm, like I told y'all in my video, they're the biggest artists in football, hands down, and they're must-see TV. At the end of the day, the composure of this team, how they can break you down and beat you within the games of football and how they can get it done, there's no league unless you just blow them out that's unsafe for you. They're going to be in the hunt. They're going to be there. love about this team the most is that they're playing all 4 quarters. And that's something that you just got to take into consideration by playing the New Orleans Saints. Again, you're down by a point with 35 seconds left. Everyone was ready to check out. Everyone was ready to cut your TV off. Don't cut your TVs off. Get your popcorn ready, G. Get your popcorn ready. We got 37 seconds left. You come down and get 35 yards. Kick that field goal. Why? Because you're one of the best teams in football. This is why they're ranked so high. This is why they're still predicted to go to the Super Bowl, people. This is why we talk about this Who That Nation right here. We are like that. They are like that. The Saints coming in number 2. And don't forget, Ryan Ramchick fell. No tackles. No sacks.
Ooh. You got me want to move them up after that, what you just said. God damn. Number 2 for me is the New England Patriots. Look, these people dealt with the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday, 33-3. I mean, come on, man. The Steelers ain't no slouch. These people in the playoffs every year. These people compete for a Super Bowl every year.
Facts. Wow.
So for them to come and beat the Steelers convincingly like that, says a lot. You know, the GOAT. Tom Brady, 24 for 36, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, Philip Dorsett, who showed up for him, 4 catches, 95 yards. And Edelman do what he do. Got his little 83 yards. Josh Gordon made his impact on the game, and he's trying to stay off the weed. And he scored a touchdown in the game. James White coming out the backfield, making his impact on the game, matching himself up on linebackers. You know what Tom Brady going to do when he see him match up on a linebacker. He's going to exploit it. And don't talk about if Antonio Brown gets to play on his team and he gets acclimated to that system.
Well,
he might as well handle the Super Bowl trophy. But we don't know if that's going to happen yet. That's still getting handled out. We'll see. And their defense looks like it. Belichick got that defense rolling. Yeah. So I just think that the New England Patriots, you know, with their makeup, and when you got Tom Brady leading that ship, and the way they performed on Sunday against a good Pittsburgh Steelers team, I gotta have them at number 2.
Well, you got him at number 2. I got him one notch up. They coming at number 1, baby. Listen, this organization, this team has played in 3 consecutive Super Bowls. I'm gonna restate that again. This team has played in 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Supposed to make a push for the 4th. They go out there on Sunday Night Football, primetime football. We know the Pittsburgh Steelers are a well-run organization. You know Mike Tomlin gonna have those guys ready to play, and they go out there and get shellacked. 33. I mean, they get demolished. Their receiving core looking like one of the worst in the NFL against the Patriots secondary, who don't have the most amazing athletes. Stephon Gilmore, Poland. I mean, Jason McCourt is still looking like he's a young man. Devin McCourt out there running around doing certain things. Man, listen. 33-3 against a solid team that you think at the end of the season going to have about 9-10 wins. Starting off, listen. The Patriots are picking up where they left off at. After Tom Brady looking like mid-season form. Philip Dorsett out there getting touchdowns. Josh Gordon looking mid-season form. Let me tell y'all something, man. These people went out there and put a whooping on somebody while having the talent of Antonio Brown on the football field. And J.J. Watt retired. Let me reiterate. They won 33-3 with no Antonio Brown being on the football field. And, I mean, Gronk retired. People. This team is a well-oiled, structured, winning machine. They come in at number 1 to further notice.
It's so tough for me to say this. Because I know the backlash I'm going to get. But I got to keep it a band. The Dallas Cowboys are the number 1 team in the NFL in my mind as of right now.
What?
You know, top to bottom.
You on the Hennessy?
I'm on Patron, baby.
You on Patron? Got to be on Patron.
Baby, I
Cowboys.
cannot go against it. I looked at it, and the Cowboys are the best team, top to bottom, in the league. And you know, it was an impressive win on Sunday against the Giants. Now, mind you, the Giants are going to probably be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. They probably will. Yeah. But I'm just looking at how the Cowboys did it on Sunday. I'm looking at their personnel. I'm even looking at how, when they played against the Saints last year, how they matched up with us. And one thing about the Cowboys, they have the personnel to give the Saints and the Patriots problems. because of their secondary, how long and physical they are with Byron Jones and Awuzie and Xavier Woods, and Stan Heath on the back end. Their linebacker tandem with Vander Esch and Jalen Smith is probably the best linebacker tandem in the NFL.
The Bears may have got him, but other than that, yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence, oh my God, he is a problem.
Yeah,
Robert Quinn, and when Randy Gregory come back, they just have so much on that defense that they can just rush full, sit everybody back, run press man, and they'll be able to get to your quarterback, and you're going to have to make some tough throws and some tough catches to be able to move the ball against that kind of defense. On offense, we already know what Zeke doing.
Yes.
We already know what Zeke doing. We already know what he's capable of, even though he didn't have a big game on Sunday. He had 53 yards rushing on 13 carries. But Dak came up big. Threw for over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. It looks like they're ready to open the offense up. It looks like Dak Prescott is not going to be checked down shorted. With that being said, I still don't think he's an elite quarterback by no stretch of the imagination. Okay. I think that with a great defense like that, with a great running game, or with the best offensive line in the league, I think that's going to put Dak in a situation where they're going to throw the ball on the field and take chances because you have a great running back, you have a great defense. He's going to have things he's going to be able to lean on to get him out of certain situations if he throw an interception, if he take those kind of chances. Michael Gallup looking like he's trying to show up and be a number one receiver type in his league. He had 158 yards. We know what Amari Cooper going to do. One of the best, if not the best, route running in all of football. Adding Randall Cobb to the fold. He is going to be a great third option on his offense at receiver. I love adding him to this offense, what that's going to do for the Cowboys. And Jason Garrett, changing offensive coordinators, I think that was the best thing you could have done. Kellen Moore, who's played the quarterback position,
in Dallas,
understands the personnel. He was the third string quarterback on his team. He understands what everybody does well. He understands what Dak Prescott does well. And he's putting his team in good situations. I think the Cowboys are going to be undefeated until they meet up with us in week 4, week 5 when they come to the Dome. Now, I do think we're going to give them an L, but it's going to be tough as hell. But I got the Cowboys as the number one team in the NFL, just going off personnel, going off how they look Sunday. And, I think they got a chip on their shoulder to prove to the NFL that they are still America's team. And they're tired of hearing all the hoopla about we haven't won since the 90s. I think they're going to be out to prove this year that they're going to get to a Super Bowl and try to put that whole Lombardi trophy in the end. I really feel like the Saints and the Cowboys are going to be in the NFC Championship this year. That's what I really think. Look, I hate the Cowboys with a passion. And I hope I'm wrong about what I'm saying right now. But the way they look on Sunday and the way I felt when I saw them on how they looked on paper leading to the season, I was like, the Cowboys are the best team on paper, top to bottom. And then Sunday when I watched them, I'm saying, God damn, they look just like how I thought they was going to look. So I got the Cowboys number 1.
The Dallas Cowboys come as the highest ranked team over the Patriots, over the Saints.
I just think that personnel wise, and when they play against any team,
the Giants.
They're gonna. They play the Giants. You're right. Right.
DeAndre Baker couldn't cover a soul. Number 1 corner is picked in the draft. Getting ghosted. Jenkins couldn't cover nobody either.
Look, I'm
Jabril
just.
Pepper didn't look like he didn't look like he knew where to be on the field.
And I understand it. I'm just saying. The Cowboys. Look. Everybody don't have that personnel that they have. I'm talking about on the defensive side of the ball.
I agree.
When you got 2 physical, 6'1.5" physical corners like Awuzie and Byron Jones.
Right.
Then you got Jordan Lewis in the slot.
Right.
You got Xavier Woods on the back end, who is emerging as one of the better free safeties in the league. He got a good veteran, strong safety and staying heat. Vander Esch and Jalen Smith, in my opinion, is probably the best linebacker tandem in the NFL.
I got him second. That's only because of Chicago. I like what Chicago does.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, and then Al Woods in the middle, with DeMarcus Lawrence and Robert Quinn, and we forget about Sean Lee. He's another person on that defense.
Concussion Lee.
I'm just saying. Crawford, you know what I'm saying, on that D-line too. Yep. They just have a lot of different pieces on the defensive side of the ball that can give people problems. They can match up with you, man-to-man, run press man, rush 4, drop their linebackers, and they will be able to get pressure on your quarterback without blitzing. And that is the Saints' kryptonite. They want you to have to blitz them. They won't have to do it. That's why they gave the Saints so much problems last season. And that's how you beat the Patriots. How you think the Patriots lost when they played the Giants? It was because they had that front four with Yura, Strahan, Justin Tucker. They didn't have the blitz. They can get to them with that front four. And Kiwanuka. Yeah, that's how they was able to make Tom Brady get back there and start tap dancing. Because they was able to play man-to-man, 2 deep high, and drop my safeties in the middle of the field. And when you can do that, you will give somebody like Tom Brady or any NFL quarterback in the NFL problems. And then on offense, they can control the pace of the game, being able to run the ball with the best offensive line in the game with Zeke. And Dak, if Dak making throws like that and playing like that, you might as well hand him the trophy.
So is Dak proving the naysayers wrong?
I still don't think he's an elite quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. Don't think he's elite.
30+ million?
I mean, I'm not giving it 30+ million. He probably gonna get it, but I'm not giving it 30+ million.
Only 6 QBs now are getting paid $30+ million. And know what they all got in common? The teams were in the Super Bowl at some point in time. Dallas Cowboys haven't seen the Super Bowl since 1995. I mean, we talking about Dak Prescott now.
Everything I'm saying, I hope I'm wrong. I'm just looking at their team.
The Cowboys.
They have the makeup. And to me,
it's solid.
Top to bottom. They have the best team top to bottom. Now, they still got to go out there and win.
Yeah. So Jared paying everybody. I mean, we got Lionel Collins getting paid. We got Jalen Smith getting paid.
So, I mean, it's going to be tough, dog.
Zeke just got the money.
It's going to be tough, dog. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all think Dallas Cowboys are number 1?
I got number 1.
You got a number 1. They beat the Giants. The Giants only got Saquon Barkley. Out of 53 players, they got 1 guy.
I got number 1, though.
See, here's my thing. Like, I would say this. Antonio Porter said this. His top 5 was this: Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Saints.
Ravens?
See, Baltimore got to be stopped. Stop. First of all, I have no beef with Lamar Jackson. I think he had a heck of a game. If he had him in your fantasy league, I hope you started him. He got us a lot of points. He was 17 and 20. He threw 300 yards and he had 5 touchdowns. I have nothing against Lamar Jackson. I think I'm adamant when we was on the pick at 14th overall, we should have took him over Davenport. But doesn't mean that was a wrong pick. What I'm saying is this: I can't judge anybody as the quarterback and how efficient you are going against that dumb fire in Miami. It's a dumpster fire.
Right.
It's bad. When you trade Lerman, Tunsil, and Kenny Stills and Kiki Alalo right before the season started, it's bad. It got so bad after that game, there were players in the locker room calling the agent saying, find me a way out of Miami. Listen to me. I can't put Baltimore in the top 5. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Listen, Miami Dolphins are a stat game. If you got anybody in your fantasy team, load them up. Start them. It's a stat game. They got Mika Fitzpatrick out there, who they drafted last year. That's safety playing corner.
Right.
I don't get it. I don't understand what Miami is doing. Ryan Fitzpatrick has proven that he's not a starting this league. Go out there and let Rosen go be good or bad. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There's no reason to hold him back. None. If he's going to be good, he's going to be solid. If he's going to be bad, he's going to be bad. Because the fact of the matter is, you're picking first overall coming up anyway.
Right.
You need to see what you got.
Right.
If you ain't got nothing, go ahead and take Tua and move him and see if he could be a reserve for somebody else. But why are you starting Ryan Fitzpatrick is beyond me. You have no starting receivers. So Baltimore, when they came out, they did what they did. Now, granted, Mark Ingram was good. I can't put Baltimore in my top 5. I just can't do it.
Right.
I can't let that game be the measuring cup for how I see Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
I just can't do it. I mean, it was a pitch and catch show. I mean, Hollywood Brown was just going deep. Yeah. I mean, he had like 2 plays, like 60 yards. Come on, man. I can't put Baltimore there. Looked good, looked impressive, but I can't put Baltimore there. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know, now Tony says, not Lamar, not because of Lamar. I'm just saying with the weapons they have on offense, they don't have to rely on their defense so much. But I feel where you're coming from. Again, I gotta see them against better competition. Not to say that it's the NFL, but the Miami Dolphins are gonna have the first overall pick. You can bank it right now. I don't know how many. They're not gonna win 1 or 2 games. They're just not gonna do it. It's a dumpster fire. I can't can't let bro. 59 points.
Right.
I'm quite sure them players checked out. I'm getting paid. I'm not playing for this. They don't know what's going on now. I can't. No, can't do it. Back to you, the Cowboys. Listen. I feel you. I do feel you.
You don't feel me.
But I can't feel you at number one. I can't feel you at number one. I can't feel you.
Listen. You don't remember what they did to the Saints last year?
Yeah.
Gave us problems.
We was in Dallas together.
Gave us problems. I'm just telling you that. Nah, if it gotta come, I will say this. If it has to come down to that gotta be the one to win them a game. I don't see that happening.
Right.
But I do think with that defense and that running game and that offensive line, I think I could see them putting themselves in a situation to where Dak don't have to win them a game. Right. So, and if that happens, them people could very well be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we gonna see.
But is Dak out there proving? I'm not gonna lie. When you watch this game, Dallas Cowboys Giants, because it's a divisional game, so I'm gonna give some slack on how bad the Giants look because it's the divisional game.
Yeah. People know each other.
Man, Dak Prescott was out there trying to prove something they said was wrong. Dak Prescott was out there looking like a $30 million guy.
Listen,
I'm not trying to pay him $30 million.
they play the Redskins this week.
That's a divisional game.
The Redskins, they're a solid team. If he come in the dome in week 4,
Looking like that.
and he played at that kind of level, look, Jared Jones and Stevie Jones might as well open up the checkbook and just give him his money. Because, but I don't see him playing at that level he played at Sunday. Throw over 400 yards, like that, a 60% completion rate. I just don't see it happening. So we gonna see. Maybe he's about to take that next step with Kellen Moore being the offensive coordinator now. We gonna see. We gonna see. But as of right now, after week 1, I got the Cowboys the number 1 team in the NFL.
Whew. Now, speaking about teams, AB gets his way to release out of Oakland. Now it's a Patriot. What is your take on AB to the Patriots? Where do you see the Patriots go from here? Do you think he's gonna conform to the Patriot way, or is Antonio Brown still gonna be Antonio Brown? And plus, he's in a lawsuit now. There's allegations of him in a rape. What's your take on Antonio Brown now being the Patriot?
If anybody could get Antonio Brown to conform to the right way and make him be an ultimate team player, it's Bill Belichick. It's kind of like when we were talking about in the NBA, about Kyrie Irving and his antics, and Carmelo, and I forgot who it was we were talking about, but
saying Melo should be a Spur?
I'm just saying, like, if anybody can get those type of players to play the right way and conform, is Greg Popovich. Right? That's how I felt, and I feel the same way about Bill Belichick. Don't forget Corey Dillon had a lot of issues coming out of Cincinnati. And the Patriots changed everything how he was doing things.
Clean slate.
And he won him a Super Bowl. Randy Moss had issues everywhere he went. Came to the Patriots. Changed his ways, conformed to that Patriot way.
23 touchdowns.
Went 15-1, lost in the Super Bowl, but he had a record-breaking year.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, I think it can happen. You got somebody like Tom Brady, who was the GOAT, and I don't use that word lightly. Bill Belichick is one of the best coaches in all of sports. I can't see Antonio Brown going in there and trying to throw his weight around. I just don't see it. And if he does go in there and conform, you might as well hold these people up on the board of trophy right now.
They'll be in 4 consecutive Super Bowls.
Because
3 out of 4.
They're already gonna be in the mix. You ask somebody like Antonio Brown, it's just gonna make things just a lot worse for teams that gotta meet up with them.
Right.
With that being said, all the allegations that came out about Antonio Brown, with the silver suit, with the girl saying that he raped her on 2 different occasions. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I gotta hear all the facts.
Right.
I'm not one of them people that as soon as I see something going across the bottom of the screen or alert come to my phone and start, passing judgment on people because we know the type of world we're living in. You know, some of these women be clout chasing and trying to get that bag.
Right.
I'm not saying she's doing that, but I'm not saying she's not.
I'm not saying she's not.
And you know, I know they got text messages going around that they're saying that Antonio Brown kind of admitted to raping her to some degree.
Right.
So we gonna see, you know, how all that's gonna play out. But I hope it ain't true because it's gonna be bad for the NFL. It's gonna be bad for the Shield. And you know, you just don't want to see that them kind of things happen to somebody as talented as Antonio Brown. Let's forget about all the stuff that went on in the locker room with the Steelers. Let's forget about all the antics that went on at Hard Knocks with the Oakland Raiders. I want to see him go to the Patriots and be a successful receiver and put all that stuff behind him.
Right.
But if he is found guilty of raping this young lady, he got to do the time. He got to do the time. I actually, they saying it's not a criminal case. They saying it's civil.
It's civil. It's a civil case.
I actually think if they find out that he actually raped this girl, you know, some of the things that they came out and said, talking about, you know, he masturbated and stuff on and ejaculated on her back, and then, you know, another time he forced himself on her and ripped her clothes off and penetrated her. If he is found guilty of those things, he needs to be put in jail. And that's just my personal opinion. That's just there's no way around that. You know, there's nothing you can tell me to make me understand why he did that. I don't give a damn how sorry you was. I don't give a damn if it was 2 years ago. He needs to pay the consequence. He needs to pay the price for doing something like that. But like I say, we don't know what happened.
Right.
We got to get all the facts, and the facts are going to come out, and we gonna see how it all plays out. But if he ends up playing the whole season with the Patriots, you might well hand the people to Laboratory.
Let me tell you something, man. Antonio Brown joining this roster. I know a lot of y'all think when he did it in Oakland, you don't want a guy like that in your locker room. I'm going to tell y'all right now. A team like the Patriots, who've been in 2 consecutive Super Bowls, how dare you think that you can't afford to not sign Antonio Brown if they wasn't making an offer? Let's just keep this a 1,000. They've been to 3 consecutive Super Bowls. They've been to 9 Super Bowls this century. We've only had 19 years in this. They've been to 9. If they're willing to make him an offer, I think I don't give a crap what you talking about. To me, you need an organization with structure. See, in the Patriots organization, no one's above winning. Winning is the motto.
Right.
Don't believe me? Just go check the stats. These people win 10 games every year. They won 10 games every year for the past decade. People gonna say, well, look at the division in the AFC. They got Miami, they got the Jets, they got the Dolphins. I'm here to tell you right now, when Bill Belichick and Tom Brady retire, they're gonna have a rotation of wins come to that division. Sometimes greatness happens because they keep other people down. That's just what it is.
Yep.
A lot of great teams happen there was a lot of great teams in the East when LeBron James was in the Eastern Conference. He went to 8 consecutive NBA finals. There's a lot of great players. Sometimes a great player just keeps everybody else down. That's what you see. So no player is above winning. They signed him to a 1-year deal, $15 million on a $9 million guarantee. But at the end of the day, if Antonio Brown doesn't conform, he gets released. He gets his little money. He moves on. But let me tell you something right now. If he doesn't conform to winning, he's in a bad situation. So now every team will be looking to take Antonio Brown, that character on. But if
This is it for him.
This is it for him. But if he comes in and conforms, and he's going to have the same role that Deion Branch had, but he's going to make more plays. People think, oh, he got to come in, take time and learn the whole playbook. No.
Well, I do think
he needs to learn. He's gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
But when he first comes in, they're gonna get him to do plays that he's just comfortable doing. In time, he's gonna learn all the nuances of the offense because they got other players to make football plays. They got the Julian Edelmans. They got the Josh Gordon. They got the Philip Dorsett. They got guys that's in their system already that's gonna get the majority of the snaps.
Right.
Antonio Brown's gonna come out there for the first few weeks and gonna do things that Antonio Brown can do. You're gonna have him running plays that he can do best, and he's gonna make damn good on those plays.
Right.
He's gonna be Antonio Brown is worth 6 points. He's a touchdown walking. The guy had 15 last year. The guy's averaged double digits touchdowns for the past 6 years. He's averaged 100 catches in the past 6 years and averaged 1,000. This guy's a touchdown walking. What that means? That the Patriots gonna have 25 points. Now, they're about to average 31. That's a problem for a team that don't need that kind of help. They don't need that kind of help. They got enough help. They've been in 3 consecutive Super Bowls without an Antonio Brown. They don't need more help. So if these allegations, because I'm going to call it that, allegation requires an investigation. If the investigation proves that he didn't rape this woman, but there's some civil money that he needs to do, I think he should be able to play. If he's proven that he has not raped this woman, then he should play football.
Yep.
Allegations are exactly what they are. Allegations. But let me tell y'all something. If it's proved that he has done rape this woman, then this case needs to go from civil to criminal.
Yep. Agreed.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. If he's done what he says he's done and it's reported as being rape, he needs to go from civil to criminal, and he needs to be on the sidelines. I don't think a guy in a criminal case of that magnitude should be playing football. But if it stays civil, which it is civil now, then he should be able to play every down, let the legal system work itself out. Bottom line. And with all that being said, Antonio Brown's a threat. He's a problem. He's a threat to my Who That Nation holding that Lombardi. It's a problem. He's a problem. He's one of the best receivers in the game. To me, Julio Jones is the best receiver in football. But don't let the thing that you saw at the end of last season with Pittsburgh and what you saw in Oakland fool you. When Antonio Brown's on that football field, Antonio Brown's one of the best football players. I don't want people thinking that they get the antics. I don't want him in my locker room. Let me tell you something. I think in the right organization, like the Saints organization. Now, granted, I wouldn't have paid him $15 million to come here. I'd have given him about $9 million, $7 million, or whatever the case may be. But if Antonio Brown wanted to become a Saints, I think the Saints had the right culture, right organization to make a guy conform to what they want to do and get the guy making plays. He has to be in the right organization. I think he's gonna be big. To me, Antonio Brown was bigger than the Raiders. The Raiders are a bad organization. He was the best player. He was bigger than the organization. He got to be in a situation where it's about winning, and there's no player above the team. There's no me above team. He's not above this team. So it got to work out for him. For the Patriots, we already know they're going to win 10 games with or without Antonio Brown. They don't need Antonio Brown to win 10 games. They're going to win their division. The Jets are bad. The Bills are bad. And we already know about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to win their game. That's 6 victories there. They need 4 more. They already beat the Pittsburgh. They need 3 more. It is what it is. But Antonio Brown needs to conform. If he conforms, hey, Patriots going to be a very hard team to stop.
Yeah.
And to me, I think they got 16. We're down 15 more games to figure out how Antonio Brown going to be in the offense, because really Antonio Brown really is there to really be a postseason impact for them. So the Chiefs were getting better. Teams in the AFC were getting better. So he's going to be more of a playoff threat for them. Cleveland has a chance to be good, but it's a playoff threat down looking at Antonio Brown being there. He's first 6 points. Throughout the regular season, the Patriots going to be the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. But come postseason, that's when Antonio Brown's going to be that problem. But most teams, they got to figure out, man, if I can score 25 points against them, they can score 31. Why? They got Josh Gordon. They got Julian Edelman, football players. They got James White coming out the backfield.
And what if Gronk just mysteriously just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I want to come
man,
out of retirement"?
I'm out of retirement, man. I'm in shape. Give me my jersey back. That's gonna be a problem because all of them, they all impact the game differently. And Tom Brady's gonna find a way to give them the ball. They all impact their positions differently. But Gronk's at the house, man. I'm trying to get a Super Bowl down here in the water, man. Stay at the crib. You've been to 3, man. You got a couple. Stay at the crib. Just stay home. But listen, we're gonna switch gears. We got about a few minutes left in this show. We gotta get into our high school football team.
Yeah.
We had our week 1. Big time. Give us a list of your 5 best teams.
Man, week 1 was all it was cracked up to be.
I'm gonna give you a couple of teams that I think of, and I'm gonna see where you rank them.
Yeah. There's a lot of great high school football teams out there. Throughout the state. This my top 5 team is from South Louisiana only. I'm not going out of taking the Norwood Shreveports and the Nevilles and the West Monroes and all those programs into this list. So don't feel offended that if you're not on this list, because this is just strictly for South Louisiana. And when I say South Louisiana, I mean like the Lafayette area on down.
Right.
Right now, man, my top 5 teams after week 1. At number 5, I got St. Thomas More. I was torn between St. Thomas More, Destrehan, and Rummel for that 5th spot. Either one of those 3 could have been at that 5th spot, but I'm gonna go with St. Thomas More. That potent offense. Coach Hightower got that St. Thomas More team looking real good with Caleb Holstein at the quarterback position. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the state. I think St. Thomas More is going to be back. Have a really good shot to get back to the state championship this year with how good that offense is. I mean, these people beat Holy Cross 28-7. Holy Cross is a really good team. And for them to come down here and come to Yeoman Stadium at Tulane and beat Holy Cross like that, that's saying something about that St. Thomas More team. I think that's gonna be a team that's gonna have a great shot to hold up that trophy at the end of the season. At number 4, I got St. James. St. James is my pick to win 3A this year. You know, I know they got Kaplan and Sterlington and teams like that in 3A that's gonna probably compete with them to try to win that state championship. But I got St. James as the best team in 3A this year. I mean, top to bottom, they loaded. They loaded. You know, they won over the weekend 28-8 over West St. John. That's a big time rivalry, railroad rivalry. So you know, I think just St. James, you know, they got some good seasoned veterans on their team. Shamar Smith at the quarterback position, one of the best athletes in the state that nobody's really talking about. Sean Preston Jr. I said Sean Preston Jr. Shaz Preston at the receiver position. The talented sophomore has like 5 Power 5 offers already as a sophomore. Savion Jones, Sean LaBeouf, Staub at safety. I mean, I could go on and on about these kids that they got over there at St. James. They got a young kid named Caleb Williams that's going to be real special. They are loaded over there at St. James. And I would be surprised if they don't win 3A. So I got them coming in at number 4 in my top 5. Number 3, I got East Ascension. East Ascension is looking really good. Last year, they surprised some people. You know, they got all the way to the quarterfinals or the semis, I think, when they beat John Eric. I forgot who they lost in the semifinals. I think they lost to Zachary in the semifinals. But this East Ascension team is really, really good. Physical. Have one of the best receivers in the state, Stephen McBride. He's been putting on a show dating back since last season. He had 150 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns on Friday night against Zachary. So they beat the defending state champion in Zachary. Nobody really thought they was going to beat them people, but they went in there and beat them. And Zachary is a really good team this year. Yes. Coach Bruton leading that team. So I got East Ascension coming in at number 3. Real talented, really good talented team. Number 2. People going to be surprised that I got this team at number 2 because of what happened on Thursday night. I got John Curtis at number 2. Number 2. You know, I know they beat Endicott. I know they beat him. But I got Curtis at number 2. I think Curtis will win their division this year. I think they're going to win the Cali League again. With Colin Gunningheimer at quarterback and Corey Wren and the kid Goins and on offense and JT calling that damn Vitaway calling it. It's tough to stop them people. Them people put up 42 points on Endicott in week 1 on Thursday night. It was box off. It was a slugfest. And then on defense, you know, they got the kid Span at corner. Alinus Noel at the D-tackle position and Angela Anderson, a Tulane commit. They this is probably one of the most talented Curtis teams we've seen in recent years. Right. So, you know, I got Curtis at number 2, and I'll tell you why after, you know, I say who's number 1, which is Endicott. I got Endicott number 1. Some people going to say I'm being biased, but I don't give a damn what you say. Endicott's the number 1 team.
I think I got a crush on Leonard Kelly, man.
Endicott's the number 1 team on my list, you know, right as of right now after week 1, even after the loss. These people are loaded, and they're young. You know,
number 1 G lost to Curtis.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Leonard Kelly, I think is one of the most underappreciated, underrated quarterbacks in the state. This kid threw 474 yards, 5 touchdowns, one rushing touchdown against that Curtis team.
Yes.
He played phenomenal. Aaron Anderson, Destin Payson, those receivers what Endicott had, and they're young.
Right.
They looked really good on Thursday night in the defense. Even though they gave up 42 points, I think that defense, they're not gonna see another offense like that with that field. You know what I'm saying? So that defense is gonna be really good this year. They got some really good talented players on that defense. Led by Taji Hill and Josh Randall and Dylan Smith and Jamie Vance and those guys. So they're gonna be really good. I don't think you'll see another team put up that many points on that call defense for the rest of the season. And the reason why I got them over Curtis is for this reason and this reason only. If you go back to years past, when Carr was playing St. Paul, right, week 1 every season, I think they did that contract for like 5 years in a row. St. Paul gave Carr problems. And, St. Paul's a good team, but I think it's more so about
St. Paul.
But I think it's more so about Carr is just every season they struggle week 1.
Right.
It's just what it is. I want to say St. Paul won 2 or 3 times during that contract, 6-year contract they had. So I think it's more so about just that first game of the season. They always come out struggling a little bit. Right. And I think you can't come out struggling a little bit against a team like John Curtis.
Right.
And even with that being said, they only lost by 3.
Yeah.
42-39. But I think if they had played Curtis week 4, week 5,
it'd be a different story.
I think Carr would have been on the winning side of it. You know,
Right.
and I'm not trying to take nothing from Curtis. Curtis is a really good team.
Right.
And they probably, you know, people can make the argument that they are a better team than the Carr. And I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Right.
But to me, top to bottom for his talent, I think Carr has them. For his top to bottom in talent, I feel like coaching is evenly matched. I just think that Carr just always struggles in that week 1, and I think Carr is very young. You know, they got a lot of young players playing. They got a lot of sophomores and freshmen that's playing. You know, they're not really a senior leg group on that team.
Like we said in the past few years.
Right. So that's my reason for having Carr still number 1 after week 1.
See, I had Curtis number 1, Carr number 2. I do have Rumble number 3. St. James number 4. Now my 5th is St. Paul's. I want to talk about St. Paul.
St. Paul's a good program. Good program.
They beat McMahon 52-10.
They play McMahon
Nada.
Nah, they play McMahon. It matters. It matters. They play
Two.
McMahon.
2 G.
Saying they play McMahon. 2. Saying. I kind of want to throw Destran in there, but Destran played Bonnable. You know what I'm saying? Bonnable, you know, no disrespect to that program, but I mean it's Bonnable.
Right.
So, you know, that's why I didn't put him, you know, I was torn between Bonnable. I was torn between Destran, Rummel, and St. Thomas More.
I got Rumble 3rd.
Right. And look, that's
because they beat St. Paul and they beat St. Paul in the Jamboree. They beat St. Paul.
Yes, and Rummel is really good. Rummel is going to give Curtis all they can handle. I think Curtis is going to win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rummel was the upset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my 5 team after week 1. You know, it's going to change.
It's going to change week to week.
It's going to change week to week. But this is a very talented 5 teams that I named. You know, any one of those teams, I feel like I win a state championship this year. You know, but you know things gonna change. You know, Destrehan, you know, Rummel, Acadiana, Zachary, you know, people like that. Those teams gonna be in the mix to try to win a state championship this year.
I didn't get a chance to check out East St. John.
East St. John's pretty good. You know, I think they still a year away. From trying to compete for that 5A title. You know what I'm saying? 5A, you know, it's gonna be tough this year. But you know, East St. John gonna give everybody
now, what about
a run for their money when they play them on Fridays.
Right. Now, what a case about Terrebonne? Which is looking at Terrebonne going into the season. You got your guys senior year. You got a lot of good guys that's coming through this year. What do you think Terrebonne after week 1? How you see Terrebonne?
Terrebonne, you know, is one of the most talented teams, top to bottom in the state, regardless of class. But talent doesn't get you W's on Friday night when you're playing good teams. And they play a good team in Jesuit on Friday night. Jesuit went down there and handled it to them, man, 24/7. You know, I just think that, you know, Terrebonne has to get more discipline on both sides of the ball. They don't really have an identity on offense right now.
Right.
They're trying to figure some things out. Like they had Ja'Kai Douglas at quarterback the first quarter, and they pulled him and put him in receiver, and they put the kid, the sophomore, Ryan Williams at quarterback. You know, they moved the ball a little bit, but Ryan Williams is still young. He's still trying to learn that offense. Has the tools to be a really good quarterback in high school, but he still is trying to grow and still trying to learn the nuances of being a high school quarterback and understanding how to read defenses and things like that. But Terrebonne, I think they're gonna get better as the season go on. They ain't one of the toughest districts in the state. They still gotta play Brother Martin. So you know, we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. But you know, if they can be more disciplined and find an identity on offense, right, they could very well be in the mix to get to the dome and try to compete for a state championship this year in 5A. But that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen.
If you let Justin come in your face and take care of business, man, I'm impressed with St. Paul. I know it's McMahon, G. I understand.
St. Paul. So look, St. Paul is gonna always go 9-1, 8-2 every year. You know, they gonna always they are like a I don't want to say poor man's, but they're like a version down of a Curtis or a Rummel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always gonna be sound and disciplined. Gonna have some talented players here and there on that team. You know, but I just couldn't put them in that 5 that I have. I mean, St. Thomas More, I couldn't put them over them. Couldn't put them over St. James. Couldn't put them over East Ascension. And I damn sure ain't put them over Curtis in the car. So, you know, that's my 5 as of today after week 1.
After week 1, man, listen, that's going to update week by week, man. Listen, man, y'all tune in because each and every week, man, we're going to have an update, you know, on Louisiana high school football. And again, mainly down here, down south, Lafayette on down. Keeping y'all updated, who we think, looking good, looking well. Who we should be ranking these guys at, what teams we be ranking them at, and so on and so forth.
And East St. John plays St. James on Friday.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be a really good game. East St. John and St. James play Friday. That's going to be a hell of a game. I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. And look, the teams up north, we know Neville, Evangel, West Monroe, Captain Shreveport, Norwood Shreveport. We know those teams are pretty good. But, we don't see enough of those teams down here to be able to
make an evaluation. Them guys are like that.
I hear rumors, things about, I talk to different people up north, and I know what they say, but I like to see stuff with my own eyes, and I like to be able to, talk to different people that I have relationships with about these different programs, and I can't really case a lot of those teams up there.
Correct.
So it's gonna be interesting to see, how it all play out. I do think Neville will be in the running to be in another, because I heard they got some talent up there again. Last year it was a down year for him, but I heard Neville is supposed to be back to the old Neville. They got some kids that transferred in, so we gonna see how that's gonna play out. And I know people trying to figure out what happened with Warren Easton.
Yeah.
They starting quarterback transferred out. A week before the season started. So I think that set them back a little bit. And even with that being said, they still went into De La Salle and upset the people. Nobody expected that. I know I didn't. I want to say they was down 21-0. Down 21-0 and came back and beat the people 28-21.
I didn't expect them to win without the quarterback. When I seen the transfers happen, I'm like, man, they're in trouble.
Right. I forget the kid they put at quarterback, but he's a big time athlete. But I think at some point, if Easton wants to try to salvage this season and make a run, he's gonna have to be able to make throws and be able to understand how to read the defense and things like that. And I think Munchie Lego, the offensive coordinator, is going to prepare him as best as he can. But it's you cannot simulate reps. You got to get reps, and I think the more reps he get, the better off he can be. But the problem is, after this week, they got in the call week 3.
Trouble. Big time game though.
We're gonna see.
Big game.
Yeah, we'll see.
But listen, before we get to wrap up, first of all, everyone want to comment on one of watch parties. Speaking about the Dallas Cowboys. Guy that went to the head says they will beat the we can't make it a habit coming up in the second half of the season. That's how we were in 2009. The Dallas Mooches got on us. About the game, talking about the Dallas Cowboys, how they got on top of it. He said, but we're gonna beat the brakes off them when they come to the Saints. When it comes to referring to you putting them at number 1 in your rankings.
Right.
G Sports. I'm at Cowboy number 1. Now, before we go, tonight's game, who you got? Panthers? Panthers.
Jameis Winston is terrible. Everybody thought Bruce Arians was gonna be able to save his career. Don't see it. I just don't think they're gonna beat the Panthers tonight. Jameis Winston, he just do not look like he gets it. He don't look like he get it. It's gonna be it for him. If he don't get it right this shit, it's gonna be it for him. So I got the Panthers winning tonight.
The man want crab legs, man. Man want as many crab legs he can get. Listen, I don't see how the Buccaneers win this game. To me, the Buccaneers are one notch better than the Dolphins, which is not saying a lot. If the Bob and the Barrel, I think you'd be picking in the top 5 when it's all said and done. I think in the quarterback sweepstakes, I think you're looking at the Jake Froms, you're looking at the Tools, you're looking at the Justin Abears of the world. I think you're back in the sweepstakes again. I don't expect the Panthers to win. I expect the Panthers to beat them 30-20. I said the Carolina Panthers to bounce back after they lost from the Los Angeles Rams and go 1-1. And the Buccaneers go down 0-2. And at the end of the day, Aaron's gonna have to start making some decisions, saying, okay, it's Jameis my guy, not my guy. Whether he's your guy or not, if you finish the season with him, and recognize that, hey, listen, we're not gonna renew an extension. You go on your way, right. You go my way, and by all means, I got the Panthers winning 30-20 on Thursday Night Football. That's our show, guys. Listen, subscribe FanView Live on Facebook. Subscribe FanView Live if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to FanView Live if you're on IG. It's FanView NOLA if you're on Twitter. And don't forget to follow G Sports. Again, if you're trying to get the plug on high school football right now, we in season. Trying to figure out what game is the game of the week, what's going on, the highlights of that game. It's right here. Every week, baby. Subscribe to the man page. You're going to get the 411 on what's going on. He's looking at highlights of the previous week. He puts a great film session together and videos together. You gotta follow. You gotta get plugged in. You gotta get tuned in. That's our show, man. Listen, FanView, don't forget to subscribe to the page, man. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to G Sports. We out.
Get it.
The Cowboys again. I'm still trying to put this on my head. The Cowboys. They're talented, man. They're a talented team. But I can't put them above the Saints. They damn sure talented, though. They fucking talented. That fucking Dak Prescott was out there showing me like, man, he looks different. Dak Prescott wants his money. Jerry, need to get paid. Some of the bands. I want to be in a $30 million club. I want my money.
Right.
Like, look at that Prescott, boy. Shit, that Prescott want that cheese.
Yeah.
He wants it. He want the bag. He want it bad. You just gave Zeke the money. We're not trying to take nothing from Zeke. Where mine at? Gotta give it to him. I can't. What's up with the NBA team, man? What's up with these dudes, man? They out there, FIFA, whatever they out there losing games.
FIFA.
No, man.
Oh, you talking about the USA team?
USA team.
Man, you saw that roster? That roster ain't that good. I mean, I knew they wasn't gonna win nothing. I mean, I knew they was gonna be competitive and win some games, but I knew they wasn't gonna win it all. And
I said, man, this team, they losing